why. Hey. Chronic, left, right, that's how I come. Left, right, hey. Ooh, yeah. Ah, boy.
Selector, run the bass.
Welcome. Why? Hey. Chronic, left, right, that's how I come. Left, right, hey. Ooh, yeah. Ah, boy.
Big shout out to my brother Chronicles. The brother Chronicles for lacing the intro for the Jehovah Chronicles. Welcome back to the Jehovah Chronicles, y'all. It's your hostess with the mostest, burning like toast is Cosmonian aka Cosmology Calvin. That was crazy. Shout out Cosmology Calvin. You dig what I'm talking about? Hey, we getting right back into it. we don't skip a beat over here. You dig what I'm talking about? In the last lesson, number 99, we brought the Faithist proclamations and beliefs. Now, a lot of people didn't understand. They understood as in to the purpose of why we would lay out exactly what we believe and what we follow and what we do, but actually a lot of people didn't understand that what this is the Faithist Declaration of Independence. We got that the United States has a Declaration of Independence for its civilians. So does its creator, right? So does the creator have a Declaration of Independence for his faithists. You dig what I'm talking about? We not of this world and we not bound to it. And so these are the documents alerting the powers, whoever they may be. You dig what I'm talking about? We don't really trip off what it is, because we not following what y'all doing anyway. We following a higher light. You know what I mean? So what we follow won't even for the most part or no parts will interfere in whatever any country, the US or Mexico or wherever we end up choosing, and we offer this up in the Americas. You dig what I'm talking about? This is our Declaration of Independence, also showing our friendliness and showing that we won't be trying to usurp any governments or even deal with them. We just alerting y'all that we're friendly and this is what we believe. So we send these out to our own government. You know what I mean? Because we seen what they've done to organizations who become powerful enough to change and shape public opinion, and that's what the gang is. You dig what I'm talking about? Even though for the most part we don't even deal with politics at all. You know what I mean? So this is the Faithist Declaration of Beliefs, right? But also our proclamation. You dig what I'm talking about? To alert different governmental entities of how we move. And see, we the real deal over here. We're not sneaking. We're not on the low. We moving in power, in oneness. And with that understanding and the white supremacist society that we live in, and you know, hindsight just being 2020, we've seen what they did to powerful black movements like SNCC or the Indian civil rights, what we call civil rights. Those are also called the Indian civil rights. In the 60s, there were no black civil rights. There were no black people. There still aren't. That's a social construct and a crayon color, right? So let me see. Let me get into this real quick. We left off last time at number 8, right? In the Faithist Proclamation. You dig what I'm talking about? And we left off at education. Let me remove this real quick. Gang. Shout out to the Creator Gang, man. Shout out to all my loved ones, man. Love, light, balance out there to all the Faithists, man. On an early morning hype, it's your boy Cosmonian. You know? So let me see if we can get a little something in the background, just to put a little something in the background, just to keep that vibe going, man. Let's see who we got in the house real quick. Give some shout outs, man. Everybody in the house. The dreadful one, the Cali Connect himself. That's right. Creator Gang, FGK, false God killer all day. You bring them, we raise them. Who in the house? The homie Sila Shalom in the house. My brother from another, the Yog, aka Mr. Mahabharata himself, the Bronze Yog. Y'all know. Tone, the lonely one in the crib, man. Love, peace, like soul and balance out there to you. Tone, what's the word, my guy? Go. Did that shit come in the mail, Go? You ain't never got back at me. It should have been there. It just hit me in the chat if it didn't come through. I'll send it tomorrow again if for some reason it didn't come. They be hating on you, Go. Every time I seen you something, it don't. Man, up early with it. That's right. BC in the house. My big E-Ma better than your E-Ma Mahaliya. Dig what I'm talking about. Thank y'all for coming through. Johnny James. Man, that look like my brother. Peace, Johnny James. I can't see the picture. My sister Sharice, where you been? Where you been, Ninja? Love, like, to you, sister. Love you. Thank you for seeing you in the chat. Ain't seen you in a minute. Come on through. Come holler at your boy Cosmonian. We cooking this morning. My little bruh, Prince Judah Vaughn. Prince Judah Vaughn in the house. Hey, this is my Aboriginal brother right here. OTK. We're gonna have to get OTK on the show. He got a bunch of information, especially when it comes to that South Carolina region. Now, we got a lot of Faithists that's from South Carolina. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up with South Carolina. You dig what I'm talking about? Y'all know some of the ideals that I'm trying to finish with my quote unquote Gullah Geechee talks. You dig what I'm talking about? So I think my brother OTK will come in real handy because he got that understanding of the Geechee down there in South Carolina, and also into Georgia, all the way to Florida. So definitely got to get to my brother. You did what I'm talking. This my brother, this young Mikey right here. This Nunchuck Mikey. Nigga, this the youngest of the turtles. You dig what I'm talking about? Honor and humility. My little brother Malachi Maccabee, man, did an excellent job on that slowdown yesterday, man. My phone, dad, while I was riding out, taking my daughter somewhere, so couldn't tap back in. But bro, you did an excellent job. You did what I'm talking about, good looking. Shout out to Honor and Humility, STL. Y'all go over there, sub, like, share, man. Vontario created gang. He said, "Is this out of a waspy?" Yes. Yeah. This out of Owaspy. These are our beliefs, and this is the Declaration of Independence, our proclamation of these beliefs. You dig what I'm talking about? Backed up with the verses in Owaspy. You dig what I'm talking about? We'll get into that and break that down. Shout out to my brother Bontario, right? My brother say peace to the God. That's right. Yeah, they be hating on you, Go. I don't know what. Don't worry about it. Johnny James, all right. Who else we got up in here? Jay Manson. Yeah. I see you, Sharice, taking care of them babies. I get it, sis. Jay Manson, Austin, Texas is in the house. Shout out to my brother, the Prophet Gaye. Boy, doing a hellified work down there with them school children down there in North Carolina, man, bringing this, listen, he got a waspy. Listen, this is deep, because the brother, let me turn it down just a little bit. Let me turn it down just a little bit. The brother got the Owaspy added into the curriculum in the schools down in North Carolina, man. Listen, man, we already getting the curriculum for the Owaspy within the prisons. My brother Gayer let us know that it's possible that this can be done also in the schools. Huh? So shout to the Prophet Gayer, man, teaching the next generation of Faithists. They don't even know. But the babies love the Creator. They get this stuff. They get it faster than us grown, so-called grown folks. Good looking, OTK. Yeah. Y'all come on through, man. Y'all gonna get it. Well, I'll set up something with my brother OTK. Where is Professor X? I've been trying to find Professor X ass to come on up here. She called herself Cosmic Kid. She called herself Cosmic Kid. She got an interesting point of view on the occult, the metaphysical, and the unseen realms. We got to get her up here. Shout out Prince Judah Vaughn. See, yeah. See, the Prince Judah Vaughn, he's straight down there in South Carolina right now. You dig what I'm talking about? Y'all brothers need to bump into each other, OTK and Prince Judah Vaughn. Both good brothers, you hear me? My brother from another, Dominique. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm going to tell y'all something about Dominique. And this is what I like about smart people. I'm a hit him with the Jeebus real quick. It is hard to kick against the pricks and the goats. Dominique. Are you finding it hard to kick against the goats? Hey, bro, that brother pushed it back. He pushed back against it like 2 times. But he ain't pushed back against it in a negative way, right? And then he got to asking questions. And you know, he'll come through every now and then, like, yo, Cosmon, what's this? Why you say this? Why you say that? And that brother picked up that Bible, boy. He picked up that old waspy. My brother Dominique ain't look back. He ain't look back. That nigga took off. You dig what I'm talking about? He had a little kickback, just like all of us do. We all got a little pushback on this information. It's astounding. It's so truthful. You would think it's a lie after hearing lies all your life. It's so plain and so simple. It's just hard to believe. He kicked it back against it for 2 seconds. Then that common sense, that objective truth, that unbridled realism that you find in OWASP, even in something that's so hard to believe, it gives you so many proofs, as in the way to prove it, it becomes almost impossible to deny. You dig what I'm talking about? I mean, if you just, stuck in your cognitive dissonance and you just want to fight against what things you don't commonly know, well then yeah, you stuck in your belief and it is what it is. You probably stuck in a fear-based ideology. But this is what the young boys is really doing, like my brother Dominique. You dig what I'm talking about? They getting this knowledge and this light shined on them, and it makes so much sense. They cut on, boop, just like that, boop, and they rising all the way to the top. You dig what I'm talking about? My brother from another, Daryl Cosmonian, you dig what I'm talking about? In the house, man. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna hold it up too much longer, and we're gonna get right into it. Thank everybody for coming through, man. Hit the like button. Please share the live on your social media, your streams. I don't have a TikTok, so if you have a TikTok, please share this stuff on TikTok. You know what I mean? I don't plan on getting a TikTok, so for y'all who do have it, you know what I mean, hook y'all brother up, man. I like to be over there in the app, but yeah, well, see, I'm in this world. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm not from it. See what I'm saying? So everything ain't for everybody. I would like to hee ha ha and giggle with everybody, but that ain't really me. But if we can shed some light over there and y'all already tapped in, man, y'all go ahead, holla at Cosmon, man. We'll chop up some shorts and whatnot. You dig what I'm talking about? And just share the live. Peace to Sister Janelle Summers coming in, man. Love, light, and balance to you. You dig what I'm talking about? She says she's a new. Oh, look at this here. Look at this here. Huh? Mally. Look at this. Sila. Huh? You don't think it's paying off? Look. A young sister, too. Come on, man. Jaja good. You can't even grow your nation without your sister. The nation comes through the woman. It is just built on the backs of the men, but it is birthed through the woman. This is why it's so important. This is why we look at our women so important. They are the teachers, the very first ones of the next generation. So this is why it's important to declare to the world what we believe. Look at that work in 2023, Malachi Maccabee. Huh? If I can get one Malachi Maccabee, what more is a God? What more is a God? If we can just get one to wake up. Just one. Thank you for coming through, Sister Janelle. Huh? I know it's been more during this year. Your boy done dropped this is over 100 lessons in a year. It's like 112 videos on the channel, but this is the 100th straight lesson. Thank Creator, somebody listening. Thank the Creator, somebody is actually listening. All praises to Creator, huh? Dominique, people like Dominique, make it all worth it. People like OTK, make it all worth it. People like Janelle, make it all worth it. People like Prophet Guy, yeah, they make it worth it. Tone the Lonely One, they make it worth it. Worth it. Vontario, they make it worth it. Johnny James, he makes it worse. Jay Manson makes it worth it. Because that means these brothers and sisters was in a place where I was a decade ago. And the light shined on them, and now they coming home to the Creator. Watch how good their lives about to turn out. Huh? We don't say we ain't about to get no struggles, no hards, and no bumps, and scraped up knees, and scratched up elbows from falling and stuff. We're not saying that that's not going to happen. We saying we got the antiseptic for them knees. We saying we got a helping hand to get you up off the ground. Y'all want to know why those other organizations can't never get it together? Why they'll never have their own land and all this stuff? And even when they do get it, it's sitting next to as soon as they get a piece of land, it's sitting next to a nuclear waste dump in the middle of a desert. Huh? Giving the people cancer. Huh? Inside rape cultures. We're not having that in Jehovah's kingdom here on earth. Huh? I'm going to tell you why. Because the Faithists are going to build it. The reason why don't none of their other stuff work is because they have the wrong focus. Their purpose is not Creator and the children. Their focus is being the best this, the first people of this country, the first people of that country, aboriginal to this, indigenous to that. We're the first here. Their focus is wrong, even though the message is right. So those type of organizations never get together because there's always must be a big you and a little old me, or big me and a little you. Ain't none of that in the communal living of our forefathers, huh? Ain't gonna be no poor. Ain't gonna be no rich. Everybody gonna be rich. Y'all better look at the ancient Messianic brothers of the first century. Huh? They was, listen, they went to war with Rome. That's not right. We're not saying that war is right, but them boys had their own banks. And then guess what? When Rome put them boys under pressure and they was using usury, the exact thing that the small hats over there in that country over there above in Northern Africa, the small hats use a form of banking. Actually, they sin by using the worst sin in the world. It's only one sin worse than usury, huh? And it ain't murder. Usury is worse than murder. They used that to put the first messianic taxes and debt, usury. The Romans used that onto the first century messianics. You know what them boys did? Not only did they print their own gold, they went to Rome, burnt it down, and took theirs. We wasn't suckers, man. We wasn't soft. Hindsight being 2020, I'd have told the brothers to run, but at the same time, I'd have been right there. I'd have been right there. I'd have threw the first match on Rome. Do y'all know that y'all forefathers burned Rome to the ground? Do y'all know? You don't come from no sucker shit. Your father not soft. Huh? He like to get you to a point to where, yeah, you let stuff roll off your back. You dig what I'm talking about? Like water off a duck's back. That's the whole turn your cheek doctrine. But till you get to that point, he tell you fight hard and learn how to overcome evil all on your own. But let's get into this. This is the Articles of Declaration and the Proclamation of Declaration of the Faithist beliefs. As Faithists, right? And this is towards our education, how we view our education to ourselves and for our children. It says, as Faithists, we have been instructed to live our spiritual lives here on this earth to our Father's fullest potential. How do you do that? By adhering to our Creator's will and suggestions. As Faithists, right? As Faithists, our children and those children in our care have been given to us by our Creator to raise up into his light, understanding, and presence. Now, that's a dope one, right? Let's jump down here. That's number 2. Hold on, because the brother asks, does this come from a waspy? Right? So this is Book of Apollo, right? Son of Jehovih, chapter 5, verse 3. Let's go check that out just for a second, y'all. Just for a second. The Book of Apollo, chapter 5, verse 3. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, wow. We say chapter 5. Be wise. Let me make sure. Chapter 5, verse 3. And that is 2, right? Yeah, chapter 5, verse 3. Book of Apollo, chapter 5, verse 3. Be wise. And it says, hold on, let me blow this up. Let me blow this up. It says, be wise, O man, and the angels of earth. Hear the voice of your brother, God. So God is the brother, right? Not the father. For those who don't know, you dig what I'm talking about. Don't be astounded by God. Don't praise no God. Why would you praise God something you about to be tomorrow? Why would you praise something you about to be in the future? Whatever God is, if you can become it, that ain't the creator, correct? So why would you praise it if you gonna become it? Why would you praise it if God is your brother? Not the father, the brother. Hear the voice of your brother, God of three worlds. What are they talking about? The earth, the heavens, and atmosphere. I will tell you a great secret. These are the words of your creator. Man and woman are pro-creators, not the creator, but are pro-creators, and at best, co-creators. Those whom they beget are theirs, says Yahweh, not for a day, but forever. Take notice of your offspring, O woman. Take notice, O man. Will you be entailed with Judah to pull you down? Or will you choose offspring to glorify Yahweh? Going back, right back into what we talking about, as Faithists, our children and those in our care have been given to us by our Creator to raise up into His light, understanding, and presence. And since there was another verse right there we got down to, let me show the other one, God's book of Ezra, right? 26 and 6. Let's get down to Ezra. 26 and what was it? 6? 26 and 6. Hold on. Let me get up here 1 second, y'all. 26 and 6. Now we're dealing with the education and how you raise up your child. You dig what I'm talking about? And how we raise our children. Because we got a whole standard, a different type of way of teaching and learning. You know what I mean? We not also just teach rote learning. See Bill walk up the hill. Yeah, see dog run. We don't do necessarily just rote learning, and we also teach physical skills, and also we enhance spiritual abilities. You know, suis, sargus, clairvoyance, clairaudience. The ability to interact with spirits. And if you're not interacting with spirits every day, that doesn't prove that there aren't any spirits. It just proves that you're too dark, right, on the inside to see them. See, you don't see with your physical eyes, you see with your spiritual eyes. And if your spiritual eyes are caked up, calloused, covered over with a film of spiritual and physical muck, well, then it becomes hard to perceive that higher light when you got calluses on your eyes. Book of Ezra 26 and 6. And you shall stretch up your hand over the dead that are ready for the furnace, and they shall come to life again and be made whole. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. This ain't even the right. I knew that. I must have hit that. So hold on. Yeah, that ain't right. Hold on. 26 and 6. Here we go. 26 and 6. The young are your angels. See that? In the Bible, they tell you angels aren't men. There's nowhere in the Bible that they're telling you that your child is an angel, yours specifically. They make it something spooky, something you can't relate to, something you can't touch, something you can't wrap your mind around. But no, the young are your angels, given to you by the Creator. And you, listen, and you are their gods. When we gonna start acting like it? When we gonna put a little consideration into the next generation? Consider then what kind of kingdom you raise up. For those who know, in the first in the book of Discipline, 1:1, it says, just as earth has a kingdom, has a president or king at its lead, and it's nonetheless a man, so is God, and his kingdom is a kingdom of angels. But God is an angel too, a one-time living, breathing man, no different, no special, no more special than you. And the facts are today that all these boys just got to deal with it, that there ain't no God today. What you talking about, Cosmine? What you mean there ain't no God? That's right. There's a goddess. In the Cosmine era, we're not under a God. We're under a goddess. Peace to big sister, Shesivi Antithotis, the great Antithota. Laying down the Oranothen, or the rhyme and reason, or the modus operandi of the Cosmine era. It's how she moves in this time. She said, I'm not coming back to heal the sick. I'm not coming back to cure the blind. I'm not coming back to lift up sinners and fools and the unlearned. She said all the old revelations did all that. If y'all want to do all that, if that's all y'all got, stay in them stinking ass Bibles where you at. But while we going on over here, we going this way. Up, outwards, forever. It said, consider then, if your young are your angels, then you they God. Consider what type of kingdom, or consider what type of heaven your own home today will be. Your kids today are your angels. You they God today. When you pay them bills, it's voila, let there be light. Every time they cut on that light in that bathroom, ain't it? Make it make sense then, Cosmine. If you God, you got to be, let there be light. Every time they get their little dirty butts and little short legs in the tub, guess what happened? The spirit move over the water, because guess what? You got to have some warm water and some soap in there. Who paid for that? You are a God to your children, but listen, they're your angels. Happiness on earth is answered by happiness in heaven. And that which is planted on earth is reaped in heaven. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to how we do it. Why we say what we say. Why we move how we move. Peace to the Creator gang, man. All the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. As Faithists, our children and those children in our care have been given to us by our Creator. Didn't we just read that? To raise up into his light, understanding, and presence. Huh? The world's influence on children has a powerful effect on them. We know this. Children are receptive to both good and evil and will learn from and act according to their immediate surroundings and their influences. Let's read that one more time. Children are receptive to both good and evil and will learn from and act according to their immediate surroundings and their influences. Check yourself. Are the children not your all-seeing eye now? Why? Because they will act either good or evil depending on how you raise them. You want them to be good? Be good. As Faithists, we are instructed by our Creator to separate society away from the we are instructed by our Creator to be a separate society away from the world's people. The society of the world's people has been established on principles of flesh, mammon, the dollar, and the love of money, and materialism, and not on ideals of spirit. The world's people do not recognize our Creator as being the sovereign benefactor to mankind, and until you get this, you will keep dying off. Every one of your so-called good acts won't work. You better get a faithist around you to try to help push your works, because without us, don't nothing work. Why do you think I try to get the young Aboriginals back into the understanding of their heritage, culture, nationality, nigga, which is the Creator? Nothing they gonna do gonna work till you get back in touch with Geechee. How is a spiritual people now so spiritually corrupt and dead that they don't even acknowledge that there is a Creator? Nigga, you gave Creator to the world. Now you don't believe it. Now you're too spooked out to understand that if there are trees, somebody must make them. Who is the tree maker? Who makes oceans? Who makes planets? Who makes universes? Who makes stars? Who does that? You don't do that. You don't even see that happening. And yet it's going on around us 24/7, non-stop. If the Creator rested or ceased for 1 second, first of all, everything would cease to be. If he stopped for 1 second creating, first of all, that would make him a liar. So that kills the whole idea that he could have rested or ceased or did anything. The Creator said, I am my own power. I am my own rest. I don't need nobody. The society of the world's people has been established on the principles of flesh, mammon, and materialism, and not on the ideals of spirit. So yeah, they were trying to tell y'all that the Constitution was built on the 10 laws of Moses. You's a damn lie. If that was the so-called case, if that was the so-called case, we wouldn't be in the situation that we is right now. There's no way that you could just snatch 35, 40,000 children off the streets. Just snatch them up, they gone. Where does 3,500, 4,500 children in the foster care system just in Michigan Where do they disappear to every year? Where do they disappear to in Cali? Huh? If I'm not mistaken, this year 3,500 kids just disappeared in Cali alone. 4,500 in Michigan. You trying to tell me this is built on the oneness of the Great Spirit? No. It's built on the ideals of a false God. And this is why the country has, this is why, first of all, a corporation can be a person. And then what has that corporation, the United States government, done? It has set itself up as a person against its own people. You don't think this place got some reaping and sowing to do? The world's people do not recognize our Creator as being the sovereign benefactor to mankind, who gives to all what is needed, wanted, and even life itself. The world's people are materially oriented and not spiritually centered, having faith in the earth and not the earth maker. What's wrong with people? I'm not praising nobody who's subjected to the earth. I'm praising the thing that makes the earth. That's my Father. But it's okay. Why? Because they're not spiritually centered. They got faith in the earth, not the one who created it. The world's people as a whole are born of the beast. The beast is your flesh, that inclination to do fleshly things. That's the beast. It's not no you some type of spooky monkey man walking around in the, you dig what I'm talking about? Or no, you're not gonna turn into some type of man with red skin and horns coming out and a little pointy tail with goat hooves. No, it's not a literal snake doing the buck dance and the shuck and jive in the Garden of Eden. Hey, you ain't gonna die, nigga. You know what I mean? Elmo's work. He's not in there dancing and talking. That's not what we're talking about. That beast is that lower self that's in you. The world's people, the Uzians, they are of that. That's why it's so easy to kill your brother. Because you a beastly nigga. And I'm not changing my words. I said that right. And when I say nigga, I'm talking about you white ones, you black ones, you brown ones, you purple, blue ones. Nobody getting past this smoke. Huh? Can you get past the atmosphere? Or you ain't getting past Jaja? Huh? Because all of them are born of the beast. And not of the spirit. What's the world's people? What the world's people teach to be first and foremost? Listen, what the world's people teach to be first and foremost, the Faithists. To the Faithists, that's last and least. So to y'all most high is our most low. Y'all praise the Lord, right? Huh? Yeah, y'all praise the Lord. Well, for those who know, in the ranks of angels, the Lord is the lowest of the emancipated angelic beings who work for the Creator. So your Lord, who you call Yahweh, in fact, in that Bible, as a Lord, what he called himself, a land God, is the most low. So stop with that most high talk when you talk with the Bible. That's really the most low. There ain't nothing but a Lord. And then he turn around and tell you, I'm a man. A man of war, and the Lord is my name. The most low. Y'all better learn the ranks of angels. The earth and its materialism is but corpore, with no intelligence or spirit, and it's impotent. That's impotent. Not potent, but impotent. The earth and its materialism is but physicality, is but corpore, with no intelligence or spirit, and is powerless, impotent. To learn of the earth or corpore only is to learn of sedimentary darkness. Look at that. Resulting in eventual degradation and demise of the holy human spirit. So to only be focused on what you can see, what you can only prove with your eyes and your physical hands and all that, to not advance the other parts of your skills and talents that you were given, right? Results in degradation of the whole. You ever heard the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it? Uh-oh. Could that be another truthism? You better understand that that's real. If you don't use it, that's like somebody who good at basketball but don't practice. Yeah, you all right, but you'll never make it to the NBA. You may never even make it to college. Could have been the greatest ever. You just didn't use it. You fell into levels of sedimentary darkness. Dope. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Pump this music up a little bit. We'll get right back to it. All right. If y'all getting a little something up out of this, man, hit your boy with a 1 in the chat. You dig what I'm talking about? If you know that to learn of the earth or corpore only, to only know about your physical, is to learn only a part of darkness. Even if you dominate your physical, if you're not understanding and raising up on the other side, on the spiritual side, to balance that out, it leads to eventual degradation, man. Hit your boy with a 1 in the chat if you learning, that it's always balance. It's always some left to some right. You dig what I'm talking about? What they talking about in the who is William Graves? No Bible knowledge. No, we got Bible knowledge too. Dinosaurs. Yup. You don't believe in dinosaurs? Aliens? And Jehovah. Yeah, salute to Shay Sevi Antithotis. Why the earth is nothing? Because the earth comes from nothing. What do you mean? Didn't I just tell you that the world in its physical parts are impotent? They don't move without the unseen part. Haven't you learned that the unseen always rules the scene, William Graves? Can you move a body part without thinking about it first? Can you have a thought without it coming to your mind? So I guess the unseen rules the scene. The physical dies away. The physical dissipates. The physical degradates. And then guess what? The life bringer, the condenser, the mover, comes and what? He speaks. And motion is and was and these dead things. These things that had no motion, no life. Through the unseen part, the rotary part of the vortex, he brings everything into creation. So that's why it's nothing. And this is why it's also everything. Come on, we got to level up. We just can't, you dig what I'm talking about? You just can't sit here and ask 1,000 questions and you're not willing to read a book. You dig what I'm talking about? These babies catch on, man. All right, I see the ones in here. Anyways, let me get back to this, man. I ain't paying attention to that chat. I'm be talking about nothing. You dig what I'm talking about? Doing nothing but asking a whole bunch of questions. Ain't got no answers to shit. Ain't got an answer to nothing. Got a whole bunch of questions. We done listening to y'all. Period. Anybody. And this ain't just to you, William. Don't take it personal. You dig what I'm talking about? Don't take it personal. You know what I mean? We don't even know what the fuck you talking about, babies varying. We don't, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you talking about. Anyway, he ain't talking about nothing, as a matter of fact. Sit back and learn, homeboy. Remember, Cosmonian teacher. Make me send you to the office. Our spirit and soul is a very part of our creator. Let's get that down. Hold on. We're going to turn this down. our spirit and soul is a very part of our Creator, given to us by Him, who is the cause behind all, the reason for all, and is the potent, the unseen, This is why spirit is potent and corporality is impotent. It doesn't move on its own. It has no own, its own, doesn't have, corpor doesn't have its own gravitation. This is why the theory of relativity is trash. Shout out to Daryl Cosmine, because just because a thing is doesn't mean it has gravity. It may have length and width, may have some mass, but just because it's there doesn't mean it creates gravity. That alone debunks the theory of relativity, because when you're trying to tell me that just because a thing is, it creates gravitational pull. What they never take into account is that so-called force that they call gravity only comes off a spinning mass. You can't even gauge atmospheric pressure without the atmosphere moving. You couldn't extrapolate so-called gravitational force, right, from any object if it wasn't moving. Shout out to my brother Daryl Cosmine, man. He already debunked this shit. He already debunked the theory of relativity. Cosmine Cal putting together the new theory of relativity. And it's not just relativity, it's the theory of oneness. You're so separated in your soul and your mind and your spirit, you don't know anything, and neither does science. But science will start, but at least science tries. It'll try over and over and over and over and over and over and over again till something makes sense. Science just can't, by its natural function, believe in spirit. It shouldn't. Right? It should be used to explain spirit, and that's what it is. And this is why science and spirituality can never be split apart, because really they're just two sides of the same coin, because they do the same thing. Science is trying to explain the unseen forces of corporality. Spirituality is the explanation or the understanding of the unseen part of the corporeal body. Right? The spiritual. Right? Both of them is trying to explain the unseen part of this corporality. Spiritually, and some would say gaseously or etherically, what the real word would be. To learn of the earth or corpor only is to learn of sedimentary darkness, resulting in eventual degradation and demise of the holy human spirit. Why we believe it? All right, let's go down to P12, A9 P12, right? Did I leave that? Mm-mm. Our spirit is 13. Oh, it goes. Okay. Our spirit and soul is a very part of our Creator, given to us by Him, who is the cause behind all and the reason for all, and is potent. That's 13. 13. It's the book of Sapphira. All right, let's go. Book of Sapphira. What is it? The book of Algonquin. 35. And what? Algonquin verse 4. All right, go back up. Well, it's not coming up. All right. Crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Check this out. Part 4 from the. Dang, this is dope. Yeah, I brought this out the other day. That's crazy. In the debate. 3 things I made: air, earth, and water. Now this is what they're talking about right here. See this sign? This is a pictographic hieroglyphic writing from America, written by the ancient Algonquins. See the triangle? This is the first delivered sign to man. First sign of God, meaning you could also say oh aspi, or you could say corper, spirit and ether. You see what I'm saying? The 3 in 1. They've switched it around as Father, Son, Holy Ghost doctrine, right? But let's see what it really is. 3 things. 3 things I have made: earth and air and water. The angle with 3 sides I made in remembrance of them. So Jaja said, I gave y'all the understanding of the triangle to give to as a remembrance of the three things that I created: air, earth, and water. Air, earth, water. Or spirit, corpor, ether. You dig what I'm talking about? This is air. This is a sign of air, earth, water. That's what he said. He said, I gave you the angle with three sides, or the triangle, right? In remembrance of air, earth, and water. Three things I bestowed upon man. The earth body, right? Your physical body, which is dark and none can see through it, right? That'd be like corpora. The spirit, which lives after, right? Which lives after the earth body is dead, or the spirit would be the spirit or the gaseous. Take that spooky out of it. If spirit is too spooky for you, you dig what I'm talking about? You can't wrap your little mind around the unseen part of you that makes you go, right? The energy of you. Because see, even this, the spirit, is not you. That physical part ain't you. The physical part is the body, like a car body, right? The spirit would be what the electricity and the gas is. A thing that you can't see that runs the body. That's the power source, right? But to make that power source cut that car on and move, you must have a mind, or you must move you. So you, the third part, is the soul. What does the soul do? Not the spirit, but the soul joins you to Creator. So this is why we rock triangles, blacked out triangles. Understanding of the earth, water, spirit is also, when you add the other one, as above, right? Or so below, right? Right here. Earth, corpor, water, right? And spirit. I mean, air, earth, and water, right? So below, air, earth, water, above, corpor, spirit, ether. This is the Mukugawin right here, right? Well, this is actually the Mukugawin. The 6-point star, that's called a Mu. This is Mu. This whole thing is a sign of, first of all, the name of the land of the America, Mu, but the sign of poverty for the prophets of the Creator. So when you seen the Aboriginal Americans with this is why they carried that shield. They was worshipers of the Great Spirit. And you see them carry this on their shields. It's painted all over the walls everywhere. You dig what I'm talking about? But certain people had the understanding of the great Mukugawin. Now, I also want to show y'all this 35,000 years ago. Look, they got boats. You ever seen them flat step pyramids? Huh? Here they go. The flat ones. Like Djoser's pyramid, the very first one in Egypt. Oh, we already had them here 35,000 years ago. Oh, He even had the pyramid. Let's get back to this. Right? So we show how that connect you to the Creator. You dig what I'm talking about? To learn of our Creator is to learn of all. And increases the light and life in each of us. Mortal life on earth is but the birthplace of our spirit, which after physical death rises up into the heavens, progressing forever. Education that advances this knowledge directs us to find our Creator in all things. That which is taught to help each person to be morally correct, self-supporting, and to help others to do the same. That's true education. Hold on, let's run it back. Let's run it back. That which is taught to help each person. First of all, right? If y'all seen something that I've read that is evil, put a fire emoji in the chat. Put a fire emoji in the chat if Cosmon up here he just doing devil work. You the devil, Cosmon. Huh? He up here cursing out everybody. He just evil. He killing babies. Tell me when you hear something devilish about what Cosmon do. Hit me with a fire emoji if Cosmon has told you today that you going to hell if you don't believe what I say. Hit me with that fire emoji. But if y'all know that Cosmon bringing that gamma ray, huh? If y'all know that we ain't read nothing but light, nothing but love, nothing but balance, nothing but the way of Jehovah, hit me with a vortex in the chat, man. Let's get this thing moving. That done got Cosmon started this morning. The spirit done got the moving, and now you done got me started. Huh? Let's get this thing moving. Hit me with a vortex in the chat if you ain't heard nothing but good stuff. Huh? Did Cosmon tell you that true education is to help each other, pick them up morally, be morally correct, be self-supportive, and to teach others how to do the same? If I taught you that that was a true education, huh? I know. They saying, well, why he screaming? Why he loud? Why he so passionate? Why aren't you? See, when a man has a spiritual, a thing that's spiritual that happened to him, right? And he know it, and he know it's real, irregardless of what somebody's, it changes you. You can't sit on the sideline. Huh? You can't throw rocks and hide your hand. You can't just be in your feelings and opinion. You don't say that. You don't say that. Show it. I'm so tired of people with opinion. At least show me why you saying what you saying. I can respect that. But when I ask you why that don't make sense. Where did you get that from? Show me that. See, what happened was 3rd grade, my father didn't get me a pony, and so I ain't like niggas since. Shut up. That's the stuff we leaving behind, man. They don't even see this light building up. Boy, 2024, 25. Listen, y'all better stop playing. Did y'all add the year into the odic rate? That would mean that light is dropping starting 24, 25 of that odic year. Have y'all been feeling that change, that uptick in light and the vibratory rate? And you've been seeing people do really weird stuff. And then on the whole other hand, you've been seeing the most amazing things you've ever seen. Huh? I'm telling you, that's going to keep doing that for the next 24 years. Like, pow, 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 pow. Huh? Huh? Just telling that light raising up. Guess what happens when you open up the windows? Huh? Draw back the curtains, let the light in. Guess what happened? The disease start to die. And this is what we watching. We are literally in the death throes of religion. We're going to be old enough to see where it was messed up at, live through it, and watch the beginning of the change. Tell me he ain't good, man. Hit me with a 3 in the chat if you know Jaja good. If you know he don't never leave us hanging. How many times I did that, boy? I done said I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but yet it get done. Huh? Because why? That which is taught to help each person to be morally correct, self-supporting, and to help others to do the same. That's what we know is true education. Education is the acquisition of knowledge, and all knowledge comes from the Creator. Let that sink in a second. One more time. I'm going to say it louder for my people in the back, like my brother Prince say. Education is the acquisition of knowledge, and all knowledge comes from the Creator. And that which hinders true understanding of life is against the flow of knowledge that comes from our Creator. That's deep. Watch this. That which hinders the true understanding of life is against the flow of knowledge. So knowledge and life have a direct correlation. Saying, look what it's saying. As if knowledge or life flows into knowledge. That which hinders the true understanding of life is against the flow of knowledge that comes from our Creator, the fountainhead from which all life springs. As Faithists, we adhere to what? A non-aggressive, non-resistant, vegetarian lifestyle which develops cooperation, unity, and harmony. That's what we stand on as Faithists. We trying our hardest. But don't get shit twisted. Because if you think you're going to run up on the gang, if you think you're going to smack me and I'm going to turn my cheek, I don't got no enemies. Let that sink in. Cosmon wasn't always what I am. I ain't nowhere now. I'm still growing. But boy, I done came a long way. Don't pull me back. Because you can think we soft over here if you want to. We not We're not religious. We will put hands and feet on you and your God. Beat both of y'all up. And then when you done, we're going to give you some of these frozen peas to put on your eye, bandage your ass up, and guess what? We're going to raise you up right up out the dirt, right after I knock your motherfucking eye out your head. I'm going to take you to the hospital. We're going to patch you up. And guess what? You ain't going to do that to nobody else. You ain't going to thank nobody else because we trying to be non-aggressive, non-resistant, because we do eat vegetarian. You can believe Paul that niggas who eat vegetarian style is weak if you want to. Paul will get your eye blacked. Didn't he say that those who eat herbs are weak? To run up on me. Beat you and your homeboy to death. First of all, y'all can't even fight. Let's get that out the way. Soon as I see you throw your hands in a T, you're dead. So let's not even try that. Remember, I'm Gen X. I'm from the fuck around and find out generation. You dig what I'm talking about? We wasn't cut for this soft stuff. I don't want my God soft. I don't want my creator no punk. Oh, just let him slap you in the face, Cosman. No. No, nigga. Now me and my God got an issue. You dig what I'm talking about? Since I know you big bro, nigga, I'm gonna try to put hands on him too. I ain't going for it. And see, as Faithists in this era, that to those who are subservient little slaves, bent down, holy to their God, what I just said sounded almost blasphemous. That I would tell my God what to do. Well, if my God is not benefiting me today, what good is he? Huh? I don't care that you said you made the planet. I don't give a damn. Look how you've been treating me on it. I don't care that you said you made the earth, the sun, moon, the stars. Nigga, show me how you did it. Give a damn that you did it. Nigga, you went to sleep after 6 days, punk ass nigga. Huh? Teach me how to do it so I don't fall asleep after 6 days. Give a damn what your words say. Huh? If your actions ain't lining up with your word, you telling me, oh, I am the Father of peace. But in your name and in that book, name of that book, and in the name of Jesus and in the name of Christ, there have been billions with a B, not M, a B, killed in the name of some sort of a biblical God. And I'm not going to call them imaginary. They're all too real. Huh? These conversations they don't want to talk about because guess what? To actually get something done, you got to do something. You can't just rely on Cosman to do something. Cosman don't give a damn what you do. Cosman going with the gang in the end of the day. You ain't got to believe me. When I'm gone, all that's going to be left are these lessons on YouTube. When Cosman done, I'm done, bro. I'm gone. I got a homeboy who daddy and their granddaddy been gone in the wilderness forever. He became a faithist, but man, nobody seen this man. He gone. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm telling you, it's coming to a time, and people seeing it, all smart people seeing it. You know what I mean? Don't matter what you call yourself, don't matter what you believe in. you know this in your heart. You know Cosmon ain't telling you no lie. You know this. It's coming to a point to where good people are just going to have to get away from bad people. If y'all see that in the world, that it's getting to a point to where, I don't even want to participate in this no more. If y'all see that feeling, that abandonment, that darkness in the cities, and you see it. I ain't asking you if you just a faithist. I'm saying, do you see it? Like, bro, do you see the people is leaving the cities, planting, getting their own farms, getting whole little communities together, doing little hunting, fishing, and doing all these things, and planting, getting their whole little society together, got their own little police force, they setting up their own little city. Haven't you been noticing that? They can't stop the move of Yahweh. He the greatest of planners. Y'all see it. Y'all feel it. If you know in your heart, and you've been seeing this coming for a while, like, bro, something got to change. Hit me with a 4 in the chat, man. This Guatama, the land of the 4 tribes. Hit me with a 4 in the chat. If you've been seeing this change, like, this, if you've been feeling it, you've been seeing it, like, what is good? Like, something got to change. Hit me with a 4 in the chat. As a society, the world's people have not given up the carnivorous habit. We're going to come with our own little vegetarian, we're going to call it ahubas or something. We're going to come with our own little vegetarian little like McDonald's, like a restaurant. We're gonna call it Jajas. Boy, you come get the good jerk vegetable. Yeah, you see? You see me? Boy, we go down there, boy. They didn't been putting me up on so many vegetable vegan style everything. Everything. I learned that. I ate more quinoa. Listen, it's fire. One of my favorites that I've been tearing down is couscous. I love couscous, man. I don't know. You did what I'm talking about, but we gonna get us to help pop up this lifestyle. But see, the thing is, you did what I'm talking about. This is the balance of Cosmon, because see, you can't set up a corporation or a business in the America and not play ball with the United States government. But see, also as Faithist, let me understand this. We got a secret book. You think what I'm talking about? We got a secret book over here called the Book of Negalations. and Book of Negalations 1 and 2. Book of Negalations, verse 1, chapter 2 say, verse 1 in chapter 1, verse 2 say, thou shalt not eateth where thy shitteth. That's the Book of Negalations. That's on the inside. We know that. Right? And yeah, that's right, Ema. We just find some land in an unincorporated area. We ain't got no problem moving it to Mexico. We ain't got no problem taking it to Guatemala, Honduras, Colombia, Suriname. huh? French Guyana, Brazil. Right? We don't have no problem. But the book of Galatians 1 and 2 say, thou shalt not eateth where thy shitteth. Huh? Don't that make a whole bunch of sense? And for those who just tapping in, man, there ain't no real book called the book of Galatians. That's just the book on the inside. That's what a common sense. That's what that book of common sense is called, the book of Galatians. As Faithists, we have been instructed by our Creator against inoculations, in the public school system of our children. In the public school system, our children are constantly exposed to various flus, viruses, and diseases. How many of y'all, hold on, I don't even want you to put nothing in the chat, but how many of y'all took that jab? How many of y'all knew people who took that? Maybe they had some issues or they ain't been right since. Our Creator prevented for the Faithists, right? Gave us a way. He wrote this in 1881. This is before the very first viruses were even found. 13 years, a decade before the very first viruses was even found. He already preparing us, right? Already preparing us, right? Against inoculations of any kind. Now, we understand because we read our proclamations on faith, right? There are some things that are good. But inoculations or poisons, to cure poisons, bacteria, viruses, is to use the battle axe of Satan to try to do eye surgery. You're trying to do eye surgery with a battle axe. That's the equivalent of inoculations to viruses. So what would a battle axe do to your body? That's the same thing a virus, an inoculation does. Wouldn't this have been great information to know in 2020? Wouldn't this took a lot of the fear out? What if you could see this a lot? This is why the declaration, the proclamation, because guess what? Now they can't get past it through the law. Remember, this has already been given to our government, and we're going to keep popping them out every time so y'all know what we own. Oh, say, the Faithist was over there stealing. Y'all gonna be like, nah, hell no. Nigga, I left $10,000 over at Cosmo house. When I got back, it was $10,005 over there. That's what type of virtue, that's what type of morality we not only have ourselves today, but we breed into our children. Huh? You think I'm gonna be stand up and mine not gonna be stand up? Oh, yo, you got another thing coming. Remember, the babies emulate what they see. No, none of my family got that shit. And for the most part, none of the Faithists got sick. Shout out to the brother Selah Shalom too, because my mother had that new variant a couple years later. This is last year, 2023. She got sick in November from something. And then you know how your mama be. She don't never want to You know, they be weird sometimes. And they don't want to worry they baby. Nigga, you better tell me when you sick, man. I got her some, she was sick like a mug. And I got her some of the full body detox. I got her, I think we got her everything. The full body detox. I think I already had some carbon C7. And he threw a big bottle of that uh, that immune system builder. Boy, 3 days she ain't have it. She couldn't even eat. Now she good, and you dig what I'm talking about, everything. You dig what I'm talking about? And sometimes you dig what I'm talking about, because now my family switched over. They eating vegetarian and pescatarian and all that stuff. My nephew a giant, my daughter a giant. She damn near tall as me. I'm almost 6 foot. She 5'9" at 14. That's them vegetables. You dig what I'm talking about? It make them big. Look at all the stuff they eat vegetables. It's bigger than the stuff. It may not be as vicious, but it's stronger and bigger. And they say the elephant, one of the smartest animals in the world. It don't never forget nothing. What it eat. I'm just saying, don't let Paul get your eye black. Talking about you know, people who eat herbs is weak. What about the people who smoke herbs? Yeah, black your eye too. You better stop playing. But wouldn't this have been great to know? Wouldn't this information have been great to have, to be able to pop up to your, oh, we can't do that. By our spirituality and how we live. Look, blah, 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 blah. Guess what happens? I bet y'all didn't know that when you do that, because they try to force this stuff onto your kids. They'll tell you, oh, you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to. But when you stand on it and then you get a thing, they make you go down to the DHS, to the medical center, and the medical center hands you a pass. How did y'all already have a pass? But y'all forced this on many of them on them nurses and them doctors. Y'all guiltied them. Y'all made them. Y'all shamed them. Made these people. Now that many of them got the worst symptoms. They took all the rounds of every shot. They the sickest. The doctors, the nurses, they got all types of problems. It's not good. Think about it. It's not good if you wiping the people out who helping the people make sick. As Faithists, our Creator has instructed us a different course of science, evolution, history, and timelines. As Faithists, we adhere to our Creator's spiritual and cosmological cycles of time for our Sabbaths and spiritual days of observance. Right? So if you're not using cosmological cycles to find your Sabbaths, you don't even know what you're doing. If you think they're on Saturday or you think they're on Friday or something, every week, you've just been tricked by the Babylonian calendar given to you by Hillel II, the sellout Jew. Better look it up. And you trapped into the Gregorian and Julian calendars too. You can't even tell time without the white boys of Greece. You've been indoctrinated, sir. Excuse me, ma'am, you've been indoctrinated. If you can't tell time outside of the Gregorian and Julian calendar, you don't know what day it is. You definitely don't know what year it is. Guess what? You also can't find a Sabbath. They used to have an old commercial up here in Detroit. back in the 80s when Isaiah Thomas and them was with the Pistons, Detroit Bad Boys. They used to have an old commercial. Oh, damn. Old commercial about falling wire lines. You know what I'm talking about? That happened in the store, a storm, or tornado or something. Power line get knocked down. He used to always say in the commercial. He used to say, "Well, look up." That's how you find the Sabbath, and AKA you can only find a Sabbath by the moon cycle. There's no way in the world, none. Nor did Creator create one to find a Sabbath by using the sun. It don't happen like that. Our faith is practice of Sabbaths and spiritual days of observance do not parallel with the Christian-based time schedule of the American society. It's federal, state, and local governments and the public educational system follows. We don't follow that. As Faithists, we have discovered that by using the public educational system, we cannot properly or with total commitment observe and follow our spiritual beliefs, because our children are forced to follow a cycle of time that conflicts with our religious convictions. This tears at the very fabric of our spiritual faith, since we cannot live our spiritual lives together as a family according to our Creator's will and instruction. As Faithists, we allow our children to participate in today's public educational system, all its influences, and its Christian-based time schedule. It leads them, excuse me, as Faithists, if we allow our children to practice in today's public educational system, all its influences, and its Christian-based time schedule, it leads them to believe and allows them to think that our spiritual beliefs as parents are inferior to other religions, public opinion, and man's government with its regulations. So, for those you dig what I'm talking about, who do got their kids in the public system, you dig what I'm talking about. This may be a little convicting, right? But it's all about growth. When you get to the point where you can do it, then you do it. But until then, it's better to keep the babies in the school and not learn nothing. If you don't have these spiritual beliefs, practices, and nor can you teach your children anything, because you may not be the smartest knife in the drawer yourself. And that's not a point at anybody, because most of us aren't. Most of us don't even have the patience to teach our own kids, nor the time. You dig what I'm talking about? But as we grow, we keep these things in mind. You dig what I'm talking about? We do teach the baby the faith this way. But we also, if they do go into school, we do teach them that other religions, their opinions, man's government, their regulation has nothing to do with us, which is freeing, which is liberating, which is emancipating. You dig what I'm talking about? So it's not about pointing the finger. It's just about making the world aware of how we move, how we gonna be doing it, why we have our own schools. Why? Because we got a gang of kids we got to raise up. And in the end of the day, they got to be smarter than us. So that means we got to have a place where we can give them everything. It leads them to believe, or my bad, next one. This puts our religious and spiritual belief system secondary to other religions and to man's government when we do that. Now, in this, our rights, according to the First Amendment in the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of the United States, has been disallowed and abridged. For These reasons, because a lot of the parents do homeschool their children, right? When they figure out what's going on and they have the capabilities of doing it, well, they just take them out. You dig what I'm talking about? And the crazy part is, I found, without exception, I haven't found one yet that when, let's just say, a 8-year-old who would, let's just say, be what, in 3rd grade, right? A 3rd grader who is homeschooled and a 3rd grader who is in the public schooling system. This is what I found, without exception, that the homeschool child way outperforms, way far outperforms those of his peers in the same age group that are being taught in the schools. Look into it. You do your own homework. Huh? That little 8th grader, he go, if he do go back to public school, that he be in 8th grade, but he be 8 years old, but now he in 5th grade, 6th grade. So he's younger than everybody in his class. Why? Because he's smarter. I've seen that without exception. So this is why a lot of the parents take the kids out of the schools and start teaching them themselves, or find I found this out looking into this. I didn't even know this. They had like homeschool, like whole communities where they got like a little insulary, maybe just people on the block, right? But, you know, out of the 10 houses on the block, they got 20 kids. They send them to their own school right there. And the teachers are the parents, and they teach the whole neighborhood. I didn't even know they had that. Like little private school, homeschool communities. It's crazy. I didn't know. I didn't know. In liberty to all faithists, yet unbinding, it is our decision, if chosen, to educate our children away from the atmosphere and domain of the public educational system. As faithists, we know we cannot change the system and order of the world society to our thinking, and we would not. As faithists, we wish not to interfere with the liberties of others, for liberty is a God-given right from our Creator to all in this country. What each of us choose is between us and our Creator, and there, ultimately, the responsibility lies with us. Let's go down to article number 9, spiritual observances. This is a declaration, right? Proclamation of Faithist beliefs to the world. If y'all understand that, man, y'all getting a little something up out of this, hit me with a 5 in the chat. Hit me with a 5 in the chat if you just learned about how the Faithists look at their education. If you learned a little something, you dig what I'm talking about? If you felt the same way, hit me with a 5 in the chat. As Faithists, or spiritual observers, Faithists and all other spiritual associations, are guaranteed specific rights to observe and practice our recognized Sabbaths, holy days, holidays, cosmological times, and cycles of the seasons, sacraments, rites, and ceremonies, both traditional and newly inspired, for worship, praise, prayer, meditation, spiritual communion. This is key. How many of us are communing with the Spirit? For real. Spiritual communion. How many of us are having spiritual associations? Peace to the gang. Faithist times of spiritual observances are set forth by our Creator and recognized without regards to any outside influences and schedules of time dictated by any one individual, other religious associations, or governments of man. So what we do is on our own time schedule. We ain't got nothing to do with whatever they talk about. As Faithists, we give liberty to all other religions. Look at this. I've never seen this before. I've never seen a quote unquote spiritual system say it gives liberty to all of them. How? That must mean your authority is higher. Let that sink in a second. We claim the same rights and privileges guaranteed to all in this country as written in the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution of the United States. In liberty to all faithists, these times and practice of spiritual observances are not wholly binding or restrictive in regards to each individual's specific grade level of spiritual ascension. Let's run that back. In liberty to all faithists, these times and practices, these are spiritual observances, these rites, rituals, ceremonies, Sabbaths, all that, these times and practice of spiritual observances are not wholly binding. They are not wholly binding. You're not going to hell if you don't practice Sabbath. No, nobody's going to kill you if you pick up some sticks on the Sabbath. No, ain't nobody going to G-check you about not having no zeets on. Because why? These spiritual practices are not wholly binding. It's on you. If you going to practice it, practice it. But you better live up to it, because guess what? If you don't, that's on you. They're not wholly binding or restrictive in regards to each individual's specific grade level of spiritual ascension. So you don't have to do any of this stuff to be a good person, to do good works. You don't have to go to Sabbath. You don't got to go to church. You ain't got to get no 10%. You ain't got to do none of that. Be good to those around you. Do good works. That makes you a faithist. That is how your spirit ascends. It ain't got nothing to do with how much money you give, how much you talk, how many lessons, what you know. Oh, you're a great teacher. You got a PhD. That don't give none of that. Nor even getting up into the church faking, giving holy, giving you 10% every day, just going to church just to be going. None of that has anything to do with your spiritual ascension. Right? If you apply it to yourself, well, then it applies to you. And then Sabbath can be applied, and it can be a spiritual benefit. Why? Because you chose it to be. The rites and rituals can be a benefit. Why? Because you chose them to be. But it's all on you. You're not going to get no punishment if you don't. We're going to the synagogue on Saturday make you a better person? No. How many men left directly up out of church on a Sunday and raped or killed or did something devilish to a person that same night? Remember, many of the greatest mass murderers were Bible thumpers, greatly spiritual people. So they claim. Many of them say they had experiences and even talked to the spirits, but did they test them? You better be a faithist. We the only people in the world that have the only practical guidebook in the world that teaches you how to test the spirit. Oh, they told you test it, but it sure didn't tell you how. As faithists, we worship our Creator only, no other. No God, no Lord God, no Savior, no Messiah, no angel, no man, or any person born of woman. We don't worship anything physical or corporeal. As faithists, we do not worship the earth, the moon, the planets, the sun, the stars, the constellation of stars, galaxies, or the universe. Rather, we see the cosmological times of motion as the clockwork. Look, as the clockwork or timetable that our Creator and his angel ambassadors use in overseeing and directing mankind's physical and spiritual growth and development on the earth. Now, if you are a faithist and you know for a fact that we as faithists do not worship the moon, the earth, planets, suns, the galaxies, the universe, but if you know that we look at these things and are able to prove they are a clockwork or a timetable, right? For man to apply in understanding the physical and spiritual growth of man on this planet. If you know that there is a mind behind all creation and it works like a clock and it allows you to tell time, hit me with a 6 in the chat. If you know after reading OIC, you were able to look into the sky and time it out. Huh? Even the Bible said, I gave you the sun and the moon for time, seasons, weeks. And that's a way to reckon time. Did your God teach you the method? Did he teach you how to reckon time? He told you it could be done, but did he teach you how? Because it's not really from the biblical God. Only the Creator and his angel ambassadors using, overseeing, and directing mankind's physical and spiritual growth on earth. Only the Creator teaches this. See the 6 is in the chat, man. Oh, man. You dig what I'm talking about? In light of this information and respectfully framed for your understanding, these are our times of spiritual observances. 8. Old Year's Day, the most holy Sabbath day. Uh-oh. I remember me and Sister Tigger was going back and forth about this. And I was like, y'all do know that there is a solar calendar and a lunar calendar, and they don't line up. She was like, well, then that will push it back to. I was like, exactly. She was like, oh. Everything just clicked. Boop. We've been cool. That's been my dog since, man. I love Tigger. Celebrated on the summer solstice, right? Look what Old Year's Day. Old Year's Day, the most holy Sabbath day, celebrated on the summer solstice. When is the summer solstice, y'all? June. Right around 21st. The last day of the cosmological new year. Uh-oh. New Year's Day. Well, actually, you know what? This is wrong. This is wrong, and this is why Owaspy says it's not immaculate. New Year's Day, or the first day of the new cosmological year, is in March. It's at the spring equinox. So we'll change this up. Celebrated on the next following day is Old Year. Sabbaths, Faithist Sabbaths, begin with the seventh day of the new year and every seventh day after until the following next Old Year's Day. But we find them how? Or the holy days by the 4 quarters of the moon. The 4 quarters of the moon frames the beginning and end of 1 month. So the new moon starts the new month. So when you can't see the moon, start after the next day. The next day, because remember, we're counting nights, not actual days. So you got to go through the day and the night of the next day, then start counting. You're going to run into the waxing gibbous, or the half a moon. 7 days later from that, you're going to run into the full moon. 7 days later from that, you're going to run into the waning gibbous. Another week from that, a whole month, we've done the full circuit. We right back at the new moon, which starts the new month. These are called quarters or phases of the moon. You once you get the counting down, you'll see that after you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, you look up in the sky. After the new moon, it's going to be a waxing gibbous, or half a moon. Go back out there 7 more days, it's going to be a full moon. Go back out there 7 more days after that, it's going to be a waning gibbous. Go out there 7 more days after that, you're right back at the new moon. The 4 quarters of the moon framed, and this is how you can find out where you are in time. Four quarters of the moon frames the beginning and end of 1 month. Each quarter is observed in reverence and ceremony. The new moon, listen, the new moon, the one you can't see, the blacked out moon, is the beginning of each month and is the most holy mass. Is in the month, the new moon, they say, is the most holy in the month. But the other 4 phases that the moon falls on are Sabbath too, and they are holy. It's just they say that during the new moon, it's a time of extra amplification. So that's the most holiest. Funny that these holy days are called mass. Daily observances. Daily we remember, commune with, and pray to our Creator at sunrise, at midday, or the sun's highest point of the day, and at sunset, evening, before bed. So right here, Faithist invented the whole idea of praying before bed. You ever got on your knees and pray with your child before bed? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You did what I'm talking about? You ever got on your knees and prayed with your babies, or your mama got on your knees and prayed with you before sleep? The Faithists taught the world that. Seasonal observance. These observed days of worship, praise, prayer, rites, and ceremony are practiced on the 2 days of the summer solstice. Right? These observed days of worship, praise, and prayer, rites, and ceremony are practiced on the 2 days of the summer solstice, the fall equinox, the 2 days of the winter solstice, and the vernal equinox. This is a year. Summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice, vernal solstice starts the new year. These are our holidays. Holy Compact Day, Holy Veil Day, right? What happens at this time? The veil between the two worlds becomes thin. What happens at this time? This is usually Easter and is also the beginning of the new year, because we have started the what? The vernal or the spring equinox. This is why March is the beginning of the year, and this is why this must be changed. Cosmon can admit when he put something in there wrong, or I didn't put that in there, but it will be changed. Fallen Swords Day, which is January 1st. And Holy Cosmon Day, which is July 26th. Rites and ceremonies. In our Faithist worship services and in our rites and ceremonies, it is our constitutional right to practice unhindered and with liberty our spiritual disciplines and sacramental services, both traditional and newly developed, directly and indirectly inspired in remembrance, praise, love, worship, and obedience to our Creator. In these Faithist services, we come to a closer understanding of our Creator and his workings, and in our becoming co-workers with his angelic ambassadors in association, discipline, unity, and harmony. Man, if you listen, if you didn't heard something good, not that you heard something evil, but if you ain't been hearing nothing but something good, hit me with a 7 in the chat. Hit me with the God number. Put your super 7s in the air. You dig what I'm talking about? If your boy Cosmon ain't came with nothing like, or if you done found something devilish, evil, you dig what I'm talking about? Y'all point it out. Put a minute marker on it. But if you got something good, if you're getting this good nourishment, you dig what I'm talking about? Even if you're getting a deeper understanding of what's already in your soul, right? These things, it's just good to hear them sometimes, because you already be believing in them. As Faithists, our ancient and traditional rites and ceremonies have been given to us by our Creator through his Bible, Owaspi. Did y'all know that? Y'all better read. Our newly inspired and developed faithist rites and ceremonies are withheld from publication. Correct. We don't tell nobody how we do it. It ain't your business. You ain't in the family. You don't want to be a son of the Most High. You don't want to be a daughter of the Most High. So keep doing what you're doing. You're going to keep getting what you're getting. I guarantee you that. But until you get your own marriage rights, funeral rights, dedications, initiation, sacred vows, covenants, the ordaining of faithist ministers and priests, mystic teachings, and invocations. Now, with the gang, right? We ain't rocking with this. Minister my ass. And nobody lord nothing over us. This is why the Creator brought Cosmon Cal, Selah Shalom, Daryl Cosmon, Malachi Maccabee. Ain't no one leader. Ain't no one messenger. It's going to be 1,000 Abrahams, 1,000,000 Moseses, 1,000,000,000 Yeshuas. Huh? This is the thing you come to. You get this understanding. And the Creator say, every man don't have the ability to see me the same, nor the ability to put my words and frame it in man's speech to be understood. Everybody can't do that. You better keep all that ministering, priesting over there. Jaja sent thugs. The earth is my turf. Need no church. I don't want no ministry. If my ministry ain't just doing good to other folks, I don't want it. That's my ministry. That's my religion. Doing good works to others with no benefit. That's how you become a giant in spirit. What? We ain't rocking with this right here. Ain't no ministers. Ain't no pastors. Ain't no priests. This was a great drawback of the from the Seventh-day Faithists. They had the seat chiefs and all that. Ain't no nigga, no way. But the mystic teachings and the invocations, oh yeah. Note, faithist spiritual days of observance, holidays, rites, and ceremonies may change with time. How do we know that? The timetables of prophecy. Has your God taught you how to tell time yet? If not, why not? Go ask him. Our Creator has given us liberty to determine such. So y'all can just do what y'all want to do. And then, does it say we can just do what the hell we want to do? No, we just letting y'all know what we do. So it ain't no mix up, no confusion about what's really going on, about who really rocking with the Creator. Article number 10, spiritual principles and conduct. As faithists, we believe that our Creator is ever present today as in the times of the past. As Faithists, we believe we are inspired continually by our Creator's presence to learn of his life on earth and what awaits us in the afterlife following mortal death. Does your Bible, does your God teach you where exactly you gonna go after your death once you cross over into the spiritual life? Do you know for a certainty where you gonna be? If not, you better get in OWASP. As Faithists, we also believe that revelations of the past have been handed down through time to man in the present from our Creator through his God. Listen, from the Creator through God. If your God in whatever book you have has never turned around and said, "Thank you, Creator," you serving a false God. If your God ever asked you for praise or a God told you he was the Creator, he is a false God. Only the Creator is praised, because look, even true God praises and works for the Creator. From our Creator through his God and his angel ambassadors. Whose angel ambassadors? God's angel ambassadors. All of them work for who? Creator. If your God ain't never turned around and gave praise to the Creator, he is false. Written by and through the prophets to assist man in his overall advancement, design, destiny, and social structure. Shout out to the big homie Zarathustra. Shout out to the big homie Abra, Brahma, Iwata, the great poet. Shout out to Moshe, Kapilia, Chinese, Sakaya. Huh? Even shout out to Yeshua. Even shout out to Muhammad. He's not a pillar of ours, but he had suis imperfection. It's an even greater wonder he did that he did what he did, and he was an idiot. Couldn't read, couldn't write. He was a fucking dunce. But he told y'all this stuff don't come from me. Huh? Y'all didn't listen. He had suis imperfection. It don't even say Yeshua had suis imperfection. Whoo! What was Muhammad seeing? Furthermore, we believe that all mankind has reached the awareness he possesses by the knowledge and wisdom that has been given to us by our Creator through his many prophets and channels of enlightenment. What has applied to the ascension of man's spiritual nature in the past still holds true in our lives today. Let me say it loud. What has applied to the ascension of man's spiritual nature in the past still holds true in our lives today. Why you think we ain't threw the Bible away? Huh? Why you think we went into deeper texts? Why didn't we throw the Upanishads away? Huh? Why didn't we throw the Ramayana away? Why didn't we throw Taoism, Buddhism, Brahmanism away? Because the things that led to man's spiritual ascension then still apply. Thou shalt not kill still applies. That's why we don't throw it away. Because it was some Jews dropped in that in that pig pen. There were some Jews dropped in there. You just got to know how to get them. You got to know how to see them. And you got to get them without getting filthy. The teachings of the masters should not be forgotten or put aside. The teachings of the masters should not be forgotten or put aside. The teachings of the great Abram should not be put aside or forgotten. You don't got to believe it, but they shouldn't be forgotten. Why? Because they help with the ascensions of man's spiritual nature. Why? The masters, for they teach us how to live with one another in peace, love, unity, harmony, for our joy and spiritual unfoldment. The past revelations are as rungs on a ladder by which we climb to the spiritual freedoms in our Creator's higher heavens. As Faithists, we feel and fear that without such spiritual direction, the world would be in much chaos and darkness. That's why I always ask, come on, Jaja. All good men are asked, man. All good men have asked, when is this shit gonna stop? We found out never. Jaja, keep moving forward. It's on you to change. You to change the situation. You messed it up, you clean it up. As Faithists, we believe we should not dismiss the past revelations of our Creator and live by inspiration only. Rather, we should learn from the past, receive our Creator's direct inspiration in the present, and go forward into the revelations of the future and its illumination. What has been revealed in the past has had its influence on our spiritual nature. Would you say the Bible affected you? Would you say Islam has affected your surroundings? Christianity has affected your surroundings. Remember, the belief is that the whole Bill of Rights Constitution was built up on higher laws of the Ten Commandments from Abram. Really, they came from the Algonquins, right? Who taught the Haudenosaunee or the Iroquois. It was the great peace bringer, Iwata, who talked to Hiawatha. Hiawatha is not Iwata. Hiawatha went to Iwata, the great peacemaker, and he came back and brought the Iroquois into the fold. It is through the Iroquois, right, that our Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence were all copied damn near word for word. It is the Algonquin through the Iroquoian that gave these people their whole ideals of self in a country. We had already had it here. We gave them the whole United States. The United States is called Algonquin or Algonquin. We already had 40 mighty nations here, 40 states before anybody got here. The Aboriginals taught the Iroquois. How you think they even got it? Right? Wasn't even until later that they could even write it down. Remember, they were still doing beads. They made the sign of the bead of the six tribe confederation of the Iroquois and all that, until the Brotherhood of Peace and all that. Yeah. They couldn't even write. Well, until later they wrote that stuff down. So you see why we use these. In a way, it seems like it's using their own Bill of Rights, their own Constitution against them, but actually it's our own, and we using it and holding y'all to it since y'all usurped it. Now we have faithless declarations of independence. What has been revealed in the past has had its influence on our spiritual nature. What will be revealed in the future will be given at a time when we are ready to accept and understand such revelations. Dang, it makes sense. Why would I give you a revelation you can't understand? Why would I give a revelation that you can't figure out, or you don't know the day or when it's going to happen? Then it's not revealed. Uh-oh. Your God didn't tell you that prophecy wasn't guesswork. Huh? There are concrete rules that run prophecy. Huh? It's based in mathematics. Did you know that? If you didn't, ask your God, why don't you know? You got prophets in your Bible, but does your God teach you to prophesy? Better get with the Faithists. In this understanding, as Faithists, we practice and observe our Creator's laws given to us through his angelic host and his prophets of the past. You dig what I'm talking about? Now, this is where we sent it off. This is where it was sent off back in the day. You see, it says letter of intent, association to the date, the subject, and the name of the member or the body part that you're sending it to. Okay? To whom it may concern, as Faithists, we do hereby declare and adhere to in faith and claim our inherent God-given right with due regard in accordance with the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. So straight from the Algonquins, the Aboriginals. This is why I breathe on my brothers. By the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights of the Constitution of the United States of America, reverently request recognition of our specific spiritual beliefs. This has already been done. As an active spiritual organization under the direct guidance of our Creator and according to its instructions given to us in his Bible, or I speak. In our rights as set forth by the founding fathers of this nation and by their being under the direct inspiration and guidance of our Creator and his angel ambassadors, it has been made quite evident that we have been given inalienable rights and liberty to practice our religious and spiritual beliefs without restriction. This is why we won't need a government. They worried about, focus about getting in the office and doing all that. None of that. We're not trying to fix something that ain't broke. The system works. You're just supposed to be on the bottom of it. You think you're going to twist the whole system around and now you're going to be on the top and everybody going to be on the bottom? That ain't how it works. It ain't broke. You're supposed to be on the bottom. You going to keep playing the game? It is our solemn covenant with our Creator that we adhere to and act accordingly to these his instructions. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do what everybody else do. Blah, 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 blah. Subject, spiritual instruction, article of paragraph, right? Blah, 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 blah. With all due respect, we request our recognition and compliance with our rights as an affiliated coalition of spiritual worshipers to practice our beliefs without hindrance. For in our liberty to worship our Creator in the highest interpretations, ideals, and aspirations, so are all people in this nation protected and given their rights and liberty to do the same. May the Creator of all protect, guide, and bless each of us accordingly. Wow. This is Faithist proclamations of belief and declarations of rights as set forth in the holy sacred text, OSB. Right? These were all sent off to, no, I'll just read it. Note from the author of this document was written for the sole purpose of informing various U.S. government departments, their funded agencies, and educational system what Faithists believe in and practice. It's not the intention of this document to create a dogmatic structure for anyone to be oppressed by. OSB frees us from such denomination and in its design ultimately frees us from such tyrannies. Is your God freeing you from the government today? Ours is. Freedom is what America was founded on. Freedom will take us into the future our Creator has planned for us. So, when they talk about where y'all come from, we don't know y'all, and yeah, well, don't worry about it. The people who need to know. The people who need to know we are power. We don't get in no mess because we don't deal with your mess. We don't need no churches because we is the church. We don't need no ministers, no priests. We up here preaching with good works as our ministry. See, ministry ain't about talking. A ministry is about doing. A ministry is the regiment of the group. It's how the force moves. It's like when an army do they marching step, that left, your left, right, left. Your ministry keeps your organization, your group moving in a certain direction. Bro, say drop the link. You know what I mean? Anybody want to come in, man? Y'all come on in, man. Come kick it with your cousin. Cosmonian. You dig what I'm talking about? And thank y'all for coming through, too. You dig what I'm talking about? Good to see the people coming through, man. Y'all come on in, man. Y'all come on in. Come on, holler at your boy. Hey, if y'all got a little something up out of here, man, hit me with the number 8 in the chat. If you learned a little something about Faithist today, you dig what I'm talking about? True. Truth, brother. Got my brother Yahweh Truth in the house. What up, though?
What up, guys?
What's going on, bro?
This so on time, man. I just got up a little while ago. I was up super late last night again. And I jumped on your channel when I seen it, man. I walked into a gym, bro. I'm like, I'm finna show you something real, bro. Like, the last time I was locked up, which I just bonded out in June. And the last time I was locked up, bro, I'll see if I can find the notes on it. But I literally prayed about this very thing, because as I was going through the scriptures and doing my studies in jail, right? Because I was in that 8 months. So as I'm going through my studies and taking my notes, I'm like, man, I got to get my people back to those days, because we don't observe none of the days. They didn't got us totally off this calendar and all this other stuff, right? So I'm going through it and I'm trying to discern, okay, so how do we make this adjustment? And I can't have people coming out to my land and killing a goat. We're going to go to jail because I already know that's against the law. I'm trying to figure out how to do this in a modern way where we not without deviating from the core. Right. And bro, when I saw you going over this, I was like, hallelujah, man, that's an answer.
Do you know?
Done.
Do you know that that in Torah they gave the Feast of the Tabernacles with no bloodshed? They only ate herbs and fruits.
Wow.
Without no bloodshed. Remember, in Leviticus, God came back and said, man, I didn't tell y'all to go slaughter all them goats and do all that sacrificing. You was worshiping your Molech, your Chayun. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, what's the brother name? They had got run out of Jerusalem and they was in the hills and they didn't have the Levitical priests to do the slaughtering ritual. They had all the animals in the world around them. You know what they ate? Herbs, fruits, nuts, and berries.
Yep. So this, look, I'm finished. If any of y'all been in jail, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us in here been in jail, because you know how they come at us, man. And I'm gonna talk about this case. When I'm done with it, I'm gonna tell y'all about it, man. It's so bogus, cause man, they really tried to get me, man. They tried to do me, bro, and then charged me with aggravated assault because I peeped the move.
Uh-huh.
Crazy. But this is, if you've been to jail, right? So you know these envelopes. Look, it's so raw. I wrap to preserve it. I wrap stuff up in my sack lunch. You know what I'm saying? Bag, right? Bro, I was in here studying. There go my notes. I'm working on a new trust.
A lot of people don't understand, bro. They don't understand that sometimes Jaja put us in these places to sit us still for a minute. You know what I mean? Back in line. Sit you down for a minute just to get you back in line. You know what I mean? You know, instead of killing you or taking you off the planet, he sits you in a place where you have nothing but time to think.
Yep. You know, great 8 months, Paz. Great 8 months, bro. Look, not only did I get that done.
A lot of people will not get that, brother. They will say, "What do you mean you had a great time in jail?" Listen, bro, I get it. You dig what I'm talking about? I get it. You dig what I'm talking about? Because when you how you get there don't matter. It's just the fact that you get there.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is why this is special, man. Go ahead, tell us what you were saying about the festivals you had wrote. You would say you were trying to figure out how to do it without all the mess. Right.
And even and then I'm in jail, right? So I'm limited on resources, bro. I'm spending crazy money every week at the store. I done ordered dictionaries and Qurans and everything. I got a prayer mat in my room just to keep things spiritual. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, I have nothing but time, bro. I taught myself a whole new computer programming language. I had my lady sending me books. So as I'm going through all this stuff, man, I'm working, bro. For 8 months, I ain't doing nothing but sit on that hard bench grinding. And but I'm going through the law in the Torah, and I'm like, you know, some of these things aren't really practical anymore. You know, I can't teach my children to practice this safely, you know. So I was struggling with that, and then I got out and got back to life, and I hadn't got back to going through those details. So when I saw your live, man, I was like, yo, that's it. That's everything. That's like everything that I was trying to decipher and kind of, I don't want to say modernize, but just maybe adapt.
word. Listen, true God today say, I'm not a patcher up of old garments.
Right.
I don't put no new wine in that old flask. And did he say that?
You so thank you, bro. That just clarified it even more.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, the thing is, they don't care enough to reach down and reach where our people at. I know you ain't on the 84th floor yet, but you on the 4th floor. I got to be able to come down and come on, bro. We got to go up here.
Yeah.
Why are we going up there? This is why we going up here. Because you can't put no old wine in that new, you can't put no new wine in that old flask. Oh, that do make sense. Let's go to the 84th floor.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Shout out Daryl Cosmine, man. What's going on? Come on back when you get a second, Tone. I know how your thing be doing on the road.
Hey, shout out to the God, man. Peace to the God, Cosmo Cow, man. You
Man,
dropped it today. I was glad that I was able to sit here at work and chime in, and listen to what you had to say this morning. You came in early and rose with the sun, brother. I really appreciate that. And I'm sure that all the other faithers and everybody that came in and chimed in appreciated the love and the light that you dropped this morning. So shout out to you, brother.
All praise to the Creator, man.
Yeah, you said a whole lot. You said a whole lot that I really didn't take a mental note of, but to respond to, man, because you know, you come on here and it becomes a mental overload for those who don't ride the same frequency for you. But for those who do ride that same frequency for you, everything that you see and you spit, it resonates with the soul. It resonates with the soul for us. But it's a seed that gets planted for those who are just spectating, and when they give it light and give it water and give it the nutrients that it deserves, then in time, you know, they'll start to see as it grows in them. You know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but everybody has a see the problem. The problem is indoctrination. The problem is the indoctrination, and what the indoctrination does is that it renders people to approach a higher light with a rigid state of mind or rigid soul. You see what I'm saying? So what that rigidity does is it keeps them from accepting the truth even when it's right there in front of their face.
Yeah.
Even when you put it right there in front of their face, it can be 1,000% truth, but they'll deny it. They'll deny it just to keep their core belief system alive, even if it's a lie.
Hey, shout out, man. Did you dig what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna get right back on what you're saying, Daryl Cosma. I ain't ignoring. But shout out to the brother Mike Sanders, man, for hitting the cash app, man, dropping some love on your brother, man. I appreciate it. You know, a lot of this stuff ain't easy. We buy a lot of these books, you know what I mean? And a lot of this stuff we put out here, man, and anything helps. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to Mike Sanders, man, and shout out to anybody who's supporting the channel, man. My cash app is in the bottom, man. Cosmon Cal 1. Show some love to your boy. Yeah, but Daryl, the indoctrination, it puts you in a subjective state of belief where when you hear things that they may even resonate with your soul, right? But now that through the indoctrination, it causes cognitive dissonance.
It causes cognitive dissonance. It causes cognitive dissonance because people think that when they choose something to believe in, it's the end all be all. So that what they do is they throw out their free thought. They throw away their liberty. And like I said, it produces a rigidness so that in your core belief system, the reason why a lot of us was able to escape the God spell, because in our core belief system, our faith has always been in liberty and learning. So anything new that comes along that proves itself to be a higher light, we throw out the old and bring in the new. To your point, you don't fill an old cup up with, you know what I'm saying, with old wine. What was that? What was the analogy you said?
You don't fill old flask with new wine.
Right. You don't fill up an old flask. You see what I'm talking about with new wine. You got to fill up a new flask with that new wine. You dig what I'm talking about?
Right.
And so if you don't walk in, so if your spiritual journey is not about being open to a higher light, you already lost. You already lost. You already proclaimed yourself to stay in darkness for however long it takes for you to open up your soul to a higher light.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's crazy. You know what though, Daryl? I will say, and you probably you perceive this too. We are total opposites. in like how we, we all faithists, but like how we move, you did what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm more fiery. Daryl a little more laid back. I've learned so much from Daryl Cosmo.
Oh, likewise.
I've learned so much. It because sometimes I'll jump into things. You did what I'm talking. Not understanding that I can handle it, but sometimes I need to let things handle themselves.
Yeah.
Daryl Cosmo, one of the things I knew it, and this is why I already knew it. So he told me something I knew, but when he told me, it stuck. He said, Cal, you gotta let him talk.
Let him talk.
You gotta let him get it all the way out. You dig what I'm talking about? And then when they go, say, go ahead, go some more. You know what I mean? Get it. Tell me what else.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about? And then, as a God, we sit back and judge a thing meritorious.
Correct. And you know why that is? Because when you let them talk, because we as faithists and ambassadors of Owaski and ambassadors of Jehovah in the heavens, brother, we have to be strategic thinkers. Mm-hmm. You have to be strategic thinkers. So the longer you let somebody talk, we already calculated a strategy on how to walk you right back into your own sword. We already, we already developing that strategy. So to your point earlier, when you talking about what education is, what is education? You said education is the acquisition of information. But guess what? Knowledge also has that same definition. What is knowledge? Knowledge is also the acquisition of information. You see what I'm talking about? But if you look at what science is, pay attention to what science is, brother. We're all scientists. Now pay attention to what science is. Watch this. When you look at the definition of science, science is the process of acquiring information. It is the process of acquiring information. So you're already being a scientist. The longer you listen, the more of a scientist you're becoming, because you're receiving the information. And once you acquire the information, what is the end result of knowledge? If science is the process, then knowledge. If science is the process of acquiring knowledge, then guess what? The end result or the end product is knowledge. Knowledge is what? Information acquired. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm talking about? So now, when you look at when you read, when you go to Book of Discipline, verse 5, chapter 10, it says Jehovah is as near this day as in the time of the ancients. Put yourself in order, becoming one with him. And no book is so easily read as his created universe. But then if you go when you go further to the next verse, he say inspiration comes less by books than by what Jehovah wrote, his worlds. Right there, he's proclaiming us to be scientists. He's proclaiming us to be scientists. You see what I'm talking about? He said inspiration comes less by book than by what Jehovah wrote, his worlds. Read him and his words. And then he said, from reading him and his words, he says, frame your thoughts and your speech for him. And he will answer you. He will answer you in the happiness of your own soul. You see what I'm talking about? So everybody's a scientist, man. Come on now.
What's up, brothers?
What's going on, Tom?
For real, man. I was trying to get out that truck, but I just got off, boy. I was like, I got to get on this one, boy. I double dutch every time now. I hop and wait my turn now. Look, how y'all brothers doing, man? Much power to y'all guys, man. Hey,
man, holding on like a hubcap. You hear me?
Okay.
I'm
trying to tell you. Boy, listen, don't let go, boy. I want to hear you let go, goddamn. Yeah. Don't let go, boy. I'm trying to tell you. I feel like I'm in church every time. Real,
did I see one of y'all in a truck? One of y'all drivers?
Yeah, that's Tony.
Oh, that's
that was
what's up,
me,
man.
man. Yeah.
I came off the road 2020. I drove for about 5-6 years.
Oh yeah, I don't know, not on the road, but I quit that deal right there, boy. Once
Yeah, that's crazy.
I learned they can send me anywhere they want to send me, I like, oh no, I can't get that much power to them.
Yeah,
They send
man.
me everywhere. They
Yeah,
can send me. Trust me.
yeah, been
Shoot,
there.
they had me all in the
Man, what you
mountain.
think about the proclamation of the Faithist today, man? What you think about the lesson?
Yo, it really gave me a lot of insight, man, because I'm still going through the Watchman book myself. So it gave me a lot of insight, man, and to really know that we got a guideline we can go by versus saying like we don't do nothing that nobody else do. We do something, but it's just with a little more insight, a little more study it takes, so that you can, you can claim it yourself.
Yeah. That's the good part. You don't need nobody to do it for you. And if you don't do it, it won't never get done.
Right.
But the hardest thing gonna be to explain is we got free will of doing that. You can't explain free will to somebody who don't have free will. When they think they got free will in the Bible, which we really don't, but I mean they think we got it.
Well, we got free will. It's just a matter of how that free will is defined. We have free will in the matter of we have freedom. We have freedom of choice. But you got to understand that whatever we choose comes with consequences.
Yep.
Right.
And
go ahead.
Yep.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. Right. So that's what I was about to say next. Whether they're good and bad, whatever it is we choose comes with consequences. Because what it say. What he's saying, Book of Judgment is whatever it is you sow on earth, you're gonna reap in heaven.
Right.
You're gonna reap it in heaven. You know what I'm talking about? So we gotta be careful what it is we choose. We got that free will, and that's why judgment is rendered against people that jeopardize the liberty of others. Because liberty of choice is one of the most precious values that we have, man. So when you live in the country,
it was the very first Faithist proclamation.
Yep.
Liberty.
So if you live in the country or a government that jeopardizes your liberty, judgment is rendered against them. If you're in a relationship or you in a family or a household that jeopardizes your liberty, judgment is rendered against them. Judgment is rendered against them. Why? Because that limits your growth. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm glad I learned that, boy, because I'm trying to tell you, I was going to cut everything off. Look, you can't do that. Nah, you can't do it. But, I learned I can't be like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to be, Hebrew Israelite all day,
Yeah.
Come to find out, that ain't the way to be.
No, man.
So you got to go back and patch all the wounds up and wait till they heal and come back out again fighting and swinging.
Yeah. Yep. Matter of fact, Tony, go read, if I got this wrong, Book of Inspiration 13 and 14, the Book of Inspiration chapter 13 talks about free will, talks about our liberty to choose.
Right.
Read that, man. It's a good read. It talks about the Creator specifically says that we are not machines, we are not automatons. Okay,
right.
we create everything that we are.
What you said that was Book of Inspiration?
I believe it's Book of Inspiration 13. If it's not 13, it's 14, but I believe it's 13.
Okay, hold on.
It's gonna start out. Man said, and man gonna talk about how I feel like I don't have any free will, and you the one that control my destiny. Jehovah comes in at around verse 3, 4, 5, and say, "No, you got it wrong. I'm the servant, and you the master, and you can't blame the master for the servant's behavior." Watch this.
It says, man said, Book of Inspiration, chapter 13 and 1. Man says, if I cannot add the smallest fraction to my corporeal body, and it is all built up by Yahweh, then indeed it is his.
Mm-hmm. Watch this.
Neither am I, but this is what man is saying.
This is what man is saying. Watch this. Keep reading. Yep.
Neither am I accountable as to whether it is well made or well preserved. And if I cannot make one new thought or idea, then indeed all my thoughts and ideas are Yahweh's, given to me by inspiration, either directly by Jehovah or by his creations. Neither then am I accountable for my thoughts, ideas, or behavior, as to whether they are good or bad. Truly, then I am not responsible for anything. This is what low vibratory niggas be saying. Oh, well then, if Jehovah do this, well then I'm not even accountable for anything.
Oh, well,
neither for what I am nor for what I do. So I could just go out here and kill people, and then in the twinkling of an eye, when I die, I'm about to go to heaven. Nor for what becomes of me. I am merely an automaton. I myself am nothing. But look what Yahweh say.
Watch this. Here we go.
But Yahweh say, Negro, because I gave you liberty, you are responsible for all you are, for all you make of yourself, for all that shall become to you, or for all that shall come to you, and for your peace and happiness, both in this world and the next. Liberty I gave to you. Hold on. Liberty I gave you as to what you would eat, what you would wear to cover yourself, and where you would reside. I let you choose all of them. I gave you liberty to build your house in your own way. But behold, I did not give such liberty to the bird as to her nest, or to the beaver, nor to the ant, nor to any other living creature. Liberty I gave to you. Liberty I gave you as to whether you would eat herbs or flesh. But such liberty I did not give to any other creature. To the sheep and to the horse I said, eat herbs. And to the tiger and lion I said, eat flesh. To you, I give you liberty to make yourself carnivorous or herbivorous or omnivorous. So it's not about sin. It's not about if you eat a sandwich, you're sinning. It's about you're going to reap the consequences of eating a sandwich that is poisonous to you.
Gotcha.
Or you reap the benefits. You're going to reap the benefits of eating a sandwich. It's going to give you the nutrients and the electromagnetism that your body needs to thrive.
Exactly. Right. But what he said, I gave that to you to choose.
Yep.
And whatever you put in your mouth, and it unite with your blood and become a part of your body, behold, it was by my labor and by my power that it was accomplished. Truly, look what he said. Look what he say. This is deep. This is Jaja speaking. He say, truly, I was your workman. I was your slave. I was your servant.
Yep.
All that you did in the matter
was what?
Choose.
All you did was choose. All we did was choose.
Body bag.
All we did was choose.
You were in that respect the master, and I your servant.
Bam. Bam. That's what I was saying. Bingo. Bag drop. Headshot. Body blow.
And then look,
drum roll.
This where you kick a whole 6 feet of dirt on them. And behold, I did not make the servant responsible for the master's behavior.
Bam.
Wait.
I told y'all, hey, you got to study.
Run that back again.
You got to study OWASP, man. You got to study OWASP. OWASP ain't a book you can just read. You got to study.
Exactly.
This the book of Inspiration 13:13.
Right.
All that you did in the matter was choose. You were in that respect the master, and I your servant. And behold, I did not make the servant responsible for the master's behavior. So if you got any people, you done found some slaves in your family. Know that there's some reaping and sowing going on in the heavens.
Hey, Carl, look, I ain't mean to cut you off, but just like you said today, you know, as parents, We are the gods and our kids are the angels.
Come on.
You can switch it
Come
and
on.
look at it like that. Because sometimes, now, look, boy, my kids don't make me do it, but boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, they seem like they make you do it.
You did. What you give them, though?
You.
What you give them, God? You gave them grace.
Right, okay.
You ain't cut that. What you told them? You told them, you bet not do that again and cut your ass.
Yep. Because then from there, because
You
look,
you gave them grace, but they learned from whatever situation it was that Daddy said, don't do that.
Right.
And you ain't far off anyway, because the word angel is just like the word angle. Our children are aspects. They, each one of them reflects a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Head, boy.
Yeah, that's an accurate description. They are.
Yeah.
And see how we all came up with different perspectives of that one view that he just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sum up of Faithist right there.
There it is. Being able to perceive it from your point of view. That makes you God.
And then you got to go back
to overcome evil on your own.
Yep. And
that
you got to pair this one.
You God.
You got to pair this one because right to your point about all the decisions you make you God. So that's why you got to pair this one with Book of Judgment 20, chapter 20. You got to pair this one with Judgment 20, verses 22 and 23. It's our responsibility because we have the liberty to choose. It's our responsibility to make a God of ourselves. Watch this, chapter 20, 22 and 23.
Where we at in the Book of Judgment? What?
20, chapter 20, verse 20 and 23. There's even some verses. There's even some verses before and after that you can read, but go hit 20. Chapter 20, verses 22 and 23, when they talk about making a God of yourself. Because we already learned that we got the liberty to choose. And we already learned that Jehovah is the servant and we are the master. And that we have a responsibility to the whole world. And we're the ones accountable and responsible for our growth. Watch this.
Book of Judgment, 20 and 23.
Read 22 first. Read 22 first. Yep.
20 and 22. Book of Judgment. Now, therefore, when you judge yourself to determine the balance of your good and evil deeds and your good and evil thoughts, let your Creator stand as the light of your soul, and through him judge yourself. Wait a minute, they ain't catch it. They ain't catch it, Daryl Cosmon. They ain't catch it.
Nope.
Hold on. Therefore, when you judge yourself to determine the balance of your good and evil deeds and your good and evil thoughts, let your Creator stand as the light of your soul, and through him judge yourself, but not as to your worship,
but it's to your works.
But it's to your works.
But it's to your works.
Look at this. Look at
this.
Choose.
What you choose.
Neither shall you judge yourself by any God, Lord, Savior, or other idol, nor by any man or woman. For yourself, you Tone, you Mike, you Daryl, you Ema, you Goat, you yourself stand second to Jehovah in your attributes. Only you.
Yep.
Only you. You stand second to the Creator of all in your attributes. It is your, look at this. It is your responsibility to make a God of yourself. They not hearing me, Daryl Cosmo.
Yeah, you can't let that pass you up. You can't pass that up, man. You can't pass that up. It's our responsibility. It's our responsibility to do what?
To make a
God
God
of us.
of
To make a
yourself.
God of ourselves. But how? In
Not
our what?
somebody outside of you. You. It's your responsibility, Cosmo.
Yep. It ain't no Jesus down on the cross. It's responsibility.
No.
Ain't no blood
Right.
or no goat or no man can pay for your sins.
Ain't no
Hey, you know
remission
what's
for sin.
it's funny that you brought that up too, Daryl, because I was asking them, I didn't mean to cut y'all off, but I was asking one cat, you know, the song say in church, may Jesus bear the cross alone and all the world go free. You know what I'm saying? And the rest the song asks you gonna bear your cross? That means Jesus ain't saving you. You bear your own cross.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand what they're singing.
Let me show you that that's some bullshit, Mike. Let me show you that that's just BS talk.
To bear the cross
Because
is to bear the sword.
when that charge came on you, did Jeebus come and do some time for you?
Right.
No.
No, sir, buddy.
Right.
Did Jeebus sit down in there 8 months with you and get you together? No.
Nope.
You got yourself together.
It's objective.
Right.
It's all objective. It's all objective. Yep.
Hey, yo, I got a question.
Man, hey, bless up. Peace to the righteous gods on the panel, man.
Man,
y'all got me here on this deal out, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
hey,
we up in here.
Hey, man.
17 here, where it talks about the false gods, what you make of the false Gabriel gods, and I'm asking about that specifically because that came to me when I was locked up with some regarding the name Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And needing to be aware, not aware. What's the word?
Aware. Yeah. Made conscious of the reality when you dealing. Now trip off this. It's been
I met that spirit. I met a spirit that said that's who that was.
All right, so look, it's been you on the list now too then, because Gabriel supposedly came to Mary, came to Joseph, came to Muhammad, came to Ben Ami.
Damn.
He said it was Jibril that hollered at him.
Shit, it was even Jibril hollered at Ezra.
That's what I'm saying. So
sure
once you start connecting the dots, bro, it's something going on with this. Like, how is Muhammad hearing from Jibril and Ben Ami in the 1900s is hearing from Jibril?
And I tell you another thing that came to me, and it was a reference to the letter G, which is the 7th letter of the alphabet, and it came to me that's why Masons use a G there for that purpose.
That got a couple different levels of understanding wrapped up in the 7th letter, the G, because the G actually stands for God.
Right, and that's what I was told. That person was proclaiming himself. That's what I was told.
It's Gao.
You said
it
Gao?
means if you Gao, G-A-U.
Okay.
It means the ability. It's what a Gao is a plumb bob. It allows you to find the level and the rise and the height.
Plumb line.
And it's the same thing, the same way of how they lined up the pyramids to true north. This is the thing they use. This is why it has a compass and a level.
Methodology,
right.
You did what I'm talking about. Gabriel is also the false Jibril, aka Allah. Allah, the false god of Islam, right? He came to Muhammad. Well, Jibril came to Muhammad and convinced Muhammad in the Mount of Hira that he was Allah or all knowledge.
So let me share with y'all what came to me while I was locked up about that. That's crazy. I was a little leery about even saying that to anybody. So peep game, this is what came to me. It said, Mike, yeah, that's their Allah. And the reason why that 5-point star with the inner Y is upside down. It's supposed to be arm, leg, arm, head, right? It's upside down because the head it's a ritual. It's like the hanging of that body in that ritual. And that's what came to me in jail. That's why the star is upside down.
Facts. You dig what I'm talking about? Plus is also, if you look at it, it's a man upside down.
Exactly.
So, as above, so below.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Jibril is the false god. Allah, he assumed the time. But dig this. This the crazy part. Gabriel, that supposedly talked to Jeebus. He supposedly talked to Moses. He the voice, right? In all that Christian time. Jibril or Gabriel used to work for Christ.
His right-hand man.
He was his hit man. He was the general of his army.
Yeah.
Now, listen, there wouldn't even be an Islam if Luaman wasn't a hoe ass nigga and he paid his boy what he owed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't pay his shooter. He ain't pay off his shooters. You know what I mean?
He ain't pay his hitman. So what is hitman gonna turn around and do?
Yeah.
Start his own faction.
And that shit crazy, man, because even if you look at the dimensions of the New Jerusalem in Revelations, and you clearly see that shit's a cube. You know what I mean? And then the most holiest spot in Mecca today, or when you make your pilgrimage to Mecca, and they walk counterclockwise around that cube. You know what I mean?
Vortex.
Like,
they vortex.
Yeah, they got the same. Like, how is it that the God of Islam and the God of the Bible got the same? How is it that the kingdoms are shaped the same way?
In the same dimensions,
right? In the same exact dimensions. The New Jerusalem is a cube.
Yeah,
it's a cube. If you go look at the dimensions in Revelation, it's a cube. They got some on Earth right now.
I just read about that. Ain't that the is that the same thing as the Ark of the Covenant? The cube you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's the Ark of the Covenant is what was inside the temple and the Holy of Holies. That supposedly was the throne of God. Okay. Where he would meet with the high priest at, you know what I mean? But now the actual New Jerusalem spoken of in Revelations, when it says its height, it gives you how many furlongs it is. And then it says its height, its length, and its depth or something is all the same. There's only one shape.
Oh, okay.
That's a cube.
I see that. You can make a post about that, like it's coming down out the sky.
Yeah,
okay, I see that.
It's coming down to Earth in the same shape that's already in Mecca.
Yeah, that was the vision of Yakin and John. That was his vision.
Yeah, but it's the same. How ironic, it's the same shape. Yep. Once you understand the connection between Gabriel or Jibril, or who they call Allah today, and the false Christ that came and inspired Constantine and all that. Yep. Once you understand that connection, that's what Brother was saying. Like Jibril, Allah worked for Christ. He was his hitter. You know what I mean? And then he never promised. He never came up off what he promised him. So shit, he went and did his own thing. It ain't nothing for him to get no soldiers together, stack no bodies. He been doing it. That's why that shit's so bloody against each other. Yep. It's hella bloody, you know what I mean? But it's a spiritual. It's a spiritual thing to go back. You know what I mean? Way before it even fruition in the flesh. It's crazy.
Crazy. And this the crazy part. A lot of people don't even understand why Allah touts Bible, right? They never understood that until you understand that it was through Jibril, who was directly inspiring Constantine, that the Bible got written as we got it today. New and Old Testament. It was Jibril directly in there inspiring through Christ. Through Christ, but directly through Luaman. So directly through Gabriel, Gabriel, aka Allah. Allah was a worker bee for Christ. Let that shit sink in.
That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. And then you started looking at them dots and connecting them. You did. Owaspi even break down the reason why you see Baal and Osiris the false with the same type of headpiece on.
Yep.
See, but most don't know they was on the same team. They was on the same exact team thousands of years ago. You know what I mean? That shit crazy, bro. See, but once you start making them connections, like with the Islam and the Christianity and the Judaism, and then like with the old ones like Baal and Osiris and them, you start making them connections. Like, man, damn, that's crazy.
And then this explains how Allah spoke, or Gabriel spoke to Muhammad, but also spoke to Abram, spoke to Moses, spoke to Ezra, spoke to all these people, and yet brought Islam in the end of the day. How, if you are in the Christian book, that means you work for the Christian God. How are you in there? And now you are the God of the Islamic religion and claiming to have spoken to Abraham, Moses, and all them, and Yeshua and all them. So until you understand that Allah worked for Christ, you can't understand how Jibril, aka Allah, spoke to Abram if he is a angel of Allah. How did he stop being an angel of Christ? It doesn't make sense until you understand these stories.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? But it showed clear up a lot of stuff, man. What y'all brothers got up for today, man? I'm gonna go ahead and close it out in a little bit.
I wanted to give you your props and your flowers, man. Episode 100, huh, bro? Episode 100. I remember when you did episode 1. You remember I did my 100th episode last year. The Nazarene edition.
110. It was 110.
Yeah, but when I crashed 100, I had a little special one. You know what I mean? And you called in. You know what I mean? So, hey, bro, I like to return the favor, brother. I salute you, man. You know what I mean? You really be in your bag, boy. Like shit, Kala had your ass like, hold on, let me go verify that. That shit sound crazy as hell. That nigga shit sound crazy as hell until you go look at it.
Well,
until you go look at it. That cause sometimes Cal be over your head with it. You be like, hold on, man. Let me go.
Calvin, the information overload, man.
Nigga, what did he just say? Let me go look this shit up and show what shit stank, man. You dig? So, hey, bro, I salute you. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself, man, and continue to rise and job, man. Let me share. Hey, can I share this real quick with y'all?
Go ahead, bro.
Let me share this real quick. This is out the Book of Inspiration.
Hold on, where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna show it on the screen.
Book of Inspiration.
I'm in judgment now. Hold on. I'm in judgment now. Let me go up.
What you about to pull up, Malachi? Inspiration what?
Hey, you already know. I got you. Hey, look, man. I was reading this early and was like, man.
What you about to pull up, man? You about to pull up something.
Yeah,
you know, I know that book Inspiration ain't no joke. The whole book ain't no joke, man.
Man, this deal was off the chain, man. But just to going back on backing on the liberty in Creator, man, it is marvelous. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I heard you say earlier, like we in the Book of Inspiration, chapter 11.
Oh, yeah, chapter 11, verse what? Verse 7?
I'm starting at verse 1. I'm starting at verse 1. Yeah, man, this deal go hard.
I'm gonna show it while you I'm gonna show it while you speaking.
Yeah.
Man.
Go ahead.
So check this out, y'all. This just was on my spirit to share because I was like, man, I read this. I've been read it, but I read it earlier today and was like, dang. Check this out. It says, "Seek not to force my gospels and entice followers unto this or that, saith the Creator." Like it ain't our job to like punch drunk nobody into believing or receiving whatever we talking about.
Or indoctrinate. Yeah.
No, I mean, we not here to force none of it. We just spread them seeds, baby, and watch them come on back. Bag drop. Verse 2. Neither go about preaching, saying, "Thus saith the Creator."
Yep.
Verse 3. Let all men hear me in their own way. Oh, man, that's so liberating, man. Man, that's so liberating. Come on, man. Verse 4. No man shall follow another. 5. I will have no sect. Verse 6, I will have no creed. Verse 7, I am not exclusive, but I am with all my
All
living
my living
creatures.
creatures. That's what I was going to take him to next. We're on the same length, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, look at this, man. Verse 8, to those who choose me, practicing their all highest light, I am a shield and fortification against all darkness and against all evil and contention. You want to be chosen, choose Creator. He say, I'm your protection.
Yep.
What you mean?
Yep.
What you mean? You want to be chosen? We love to brag that. I'm chosen, like I'm a cut. And you know, all you gotta do is choose the Creator. And he tell you, look, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Man, that's powerful. Look at this right here. It says right here, verse 9, thou shalt not establish me by man's laws, nor by the government of man, saith Jehovah.
Pause right there, brother.
Go ahead.
Pause right there, because that lines up directly into the Faithist proclamations.
Yeah.
We gave government what we believe. We not setting up by what you do or what y'all believe, or we're not governed by what y'all got going on. Now we just letting y'all know we over here minding our business, so you ain't even never got to worry about it.
And people got to understand too. The laws is not just political legislation; it also applies to laws that they create in science, like Newton's laws and laws of gravity. See what I'm talking about? And we already touched on relativity and laws of gravity, back in the past on all y'all.
We gonna kill gravity too. We gonna kill it all. Don't no light come from the sun. We gonna bury it all. There are no tidal locked waves from the moon. We gonna kill it all.
Do they know what they looking at, boy?
No.
They don't.
Hey, real talk. Look at this, verse 10. It says, nor established by man's laws or government any book or revelation, saying, behold, this is the Creator's book. To keep man, look at this, verse 11, to keep man from interfering with man. This has been a great labor to teach man to comprehend liberty, especially as to thought and as to knowledge. This has been a great labor. You heard that? Liberty, freedom. When it comes, you're supposed to be a free thinker.
Right.
You ain't supposed to be no robot boy.
Right.
Bumping your head on a wall, talking about you praying. Liberty. Man, that's amazing. It says to teach man to comprehend liberty, especially as to thought and as to knowledge. This has been a great labor, for he falleth easily under the inspiration of his surroundings. Fact, that's true.
Man, I feel like a baby right now, bro. Like I'm emotional. I feel like a baby, man. Like I'm sitting here having a conversation with the Creator while I'm on mute, and I'm like, yo, I've been metaphorically beating my head against this wall because you've been trying to get me to be free, and I keep fighting to be under these rules.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Right. You keep fighting to be a slave, and you keep fighting to be those rules. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And my primary reason, because even though the Spirit been told me, Mike, you not bound by that, bro. You already know. You passed that. You grown past that. But I worry about the people that might observe me and say, "Oh, you claim to be this, but yet we saw you doing this." And so for that reason, I was like, "Nah, I got to still abide by this, because there are people who are going to be expecting me to walk a certain way because I proclaimed." But nah, I'm cool on that. I'm cool. I get it.
Yeah.
And also, hey, listen, we all babies in this.
Yeah.
We all spiritual infants in this new understanding of the Cosmon era, man. Don't feel like you dig what I'm saying. It's just you by yourself. Bro, Creator make me feel like an infant every day.
Man.
I open this book and it blow my mind. Bro, I read this book 100 times and I see something I never read. It's like I never read it. Every time.
And you know
Without
what's
fail.
crazy?
It has never failed once in a decade.
What's
I've
crazy
been
about
doing
this,
this 11 years.
man? What's crazy about this, Calvin, is like I'm gonna tell you how we all on the same frequency. I was going to bring you the Book of Inspiration, chapter 11, after you got done reading Book of Judgment 2023. And that's crazy that Malachi came in here and said, I want to go to the Book of Inspiration. That's why I asked Malachi, I said, where you going to the Book of Inspiration? He brought your ass right to the Book of Inspiration, chapter 11. I was just about to get ready to go there next.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can't make that type stuff up.
You can't make it up, man. It's what they call synchronicity.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't like you texted to me, Malik, jump on and read it.
No,
Nah.
Hey, but let me tell you why. Let me show you why. Let me show you why we on this oneness.
the Creator
right?
was with us all the same, breathing on Malachi just like he's breathing on all of us.
All
Breathing on
praises
me.
to the ever present,
He
man.
came in and Malachi came dead in here and finished off what I was about to say. Finished it off.
Hey,
Crazy.
we must be vibrating on the same frequency, my brother.
Crazy.
That's right.
As I was saying,
Let me show you why. Let me show y'all why y'all vibrating on the same frequency.
Now he
Because
go
neither
Cal.
are nor were the revelations in this OY speak wholly new to mortals. Same things have been revealed at the same time to many. So the same thing Abram got, the same thing Moses got, Zarathustra got, Yeshua got, Malachi Maccabee got, Daryl Cosman got, Selah Shalom got, right? Because what? The same things have been revealed at the same time to many.
Man.
Hold on, this is the key part. Who live at remote
distances
from one another.
God.
But
God.
who were not in correspondence till afterwards. This is why you vibing. Why? Why is because this light is comprehensive. Embracing corporeal and spiritual things. It is called the beginning of the Cosmon era, and because it relates to earth, sky, and spirit, it is called OI. That's why y'all vibing.
That's why,
man. See, they don't know. They have no clue that Daryl Cosman has not hugged Malachi Maccabee yet.
Wow,
Them brothers on the same wavelength.
He
said,
man.
What Jaja say? Jaja say, my lords and gods. It ain't one over here teaching one thing and one over here teaching another thing. They teach the same.
Bro, what you just read, Cosmo Kyle, is bringing tears to my eyes, man. Because I'm tripping off this. Because Jaja brought Malachi right up in here and told you to go straight to the part where I was going to send you next, man. And I was like, man, that's how he worked, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
To see that in real time, unfold. That's what really be like, oh, hold on. Yeah.
That just confirmed for me that I was on the right track.
Yeah.
I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track.
I speak was on BAP channel, right? This was probably about 3-4 weeks ago now. And bro, the first time I heard you up there speaking, Kaz, I knew immediately. I say, that's fam. And I started banging for you in the chat. We ain't never spoke, met, nothing. Yep. And just now, when I was having my little moment, I said in my prayer, I said, I finally found my family. I know these my people because I can feel it.
Absolutely. It resonate with you. You feel it.
Let me tell you, you know what they call this? In the streets, right? First of all, let's get this understood. The creator is common sense. The highest form of common sense is called street knowledge or game. You dig what I'm talking about? So they have a saying that is a truthism in this world. I believe this stuff comes from creator. It say real recognizes real.
Yes, sir.
You ain't got to know me. But once you hear it, it sit right in your soul, sit right in your stomach. Yeah, that's my nigga right there.
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, go to. I know you're trying to leave. I gotta bounce in 5 minutes too. Taking the book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 8, right there in the soul.
Book I.
Book of Acts, chapter 1, verse 8. It should say Jehovah is near this day. No. It
Hold
should
on.
say they look for
Hold
me
on.
like they look for things. Yep, that's what it should say.
Woo-wee.
They look for me like they
Book
look for
of
things.
8,
They
chapter
him.
8.
Yep. I got this one memorized too. Go ahead.
Hold
Book of
on, here
Acts,
I
chapter
come.
1,
Hold
verse
on.
8.
I'm going down. I'm going down. Two more. Here I go.
Hang on.
Chapter 8.
Yep.
And booyah. Where I'm going, chapter 8, and what is it? 5?
No. Chapter 1, verse 8. My bad. Chapter 1,
Oh,
verse 8.
chapter 1, verse 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
chapter 1, verse 8.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. 1 and 8. They look for me like they look for things. They listen for my voice like they listen for a man's voice. And they do not find me or hear what I have spoken. Damn. Yet none can efface my words. That means none can prove what I'm saying is false. Huh? My wisdom endures forever. Behold, I do not come as a sound to the ear. My voice goes quickly into the soul from all sides. Dang.
It don't come as a sound to the ear. You can objectively prove that when you think in your thoughts, man. When you thinking to yourself and talking to yourself in your mind, that shit don't produce sound waves.
What you hear with then, Daryl Cosmo?
You hearing with that spirit, man.
That's
You
right.
hearing with that spirit. You hearing with that essence, man.
You hear it with your spiritual ears, right? See it with your spiritual eyes, right?
Your spirit got 5 senses. Your spirit, your sense of spirit, your sixth sense called spirit has 5 senses too.
Who?
You see what I'm talking about? If you're gonna go to if you going to grandma's house this weekend because you excited about eating that chocolate cake, nigga, you can smell it.
You can smell it.
You can taste it before you get there. You can smell it before you get there.
Right.
You can feel the moisture. You can feel the moisture on your tongue before you bite into.
Hey yo, I gotta bounce, man. But hey, check it.
Yeah, I do too. Yep.
Thank you, Kaz. I'm gonna be tuned in from now on. But just to let you know, Kaz, you got a battle. Do you got a battle on a debate on the 20th?
No, that's I think that's Truth and Lex Vortex.
Okay, well, I got a debate with YK the Truth that same day on the 20th.
Oh,
we doing creation versus evolution, bro. I'm finna, but he don't even.
Oh no, man. Oh no. What sources you using, man?
Huh?
What sources are you using?
Oh man, bro. I'm not gonna bring a single Bible or spiritual book into any
boy, I was about to say, boy, you bring a wasp into that one, boy. It's ball.
No, because they gonna book Cosno over there. They gonna book the moment I do. So I'm gonna kill them with the facts of nature, creation. They life, they family, they body. I'm gonna hit them with all that stuff you can't deny.
No, yeah, but listen, I'm telling you. Hold on.
Yeah. Hey, bro, hit me on add me on Facebook, man. Look up Daryl Cosmo. You'll find me, man. Add me on Facebook, bro.
Before you go, Mike, dig this. Yeah. Behold, then the testimony that I lay before you, so that you may perceive the wisdom of my ways. For it will be said by some that there is a law of evolution by which man rises from a lower to a higher state as the earth grows older. Listen, but I say to you, there is no such law. Without the labor of your Lord and your God through their angels, man does not rise upward, but he goes the other way. In which matter, this is where you use it. This is how you use it in battle, though. In which matter, behold, before you today, to this day, I have left many nations and people who are on the downward road. And you have corporeal records before you showing you that in times past, these same countries were inhabited by a higher race. Thus, Jehovah created man to go as readily down the mountain as up it. You dig what I'm talking about? You gotta show them evolution is an impossibility for the simple fact that let's say a horse never becomes a giraffe, even though they're both of the equine family, or a donkey. You dig what I'm talking about? With a horse, they get together and make a donkey. You dig what I'm talking about? It's an ass and a horse get together and make a donkey. But this is what you gotta. The resulting animal is always sterile.
Right. This is book of Jehovah. It's some book
Can't
of Jehovah.
procreate.
You know what I'm talking about, Cal? It's that what you just said is in book of Jehovah. I don't remember what chapter and verse it is though.
That's a powerful one there, cause I'm definitely gonna use that.
Yeah. Because you can't use it. You can't if also right here in Owaspy, evolution. Not one living thing did I create out of another. That's Book of Jehovah.
Book of Jehovah. That's the one. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. 9 through 12. Okay. I got to get that in my memory. That's what I was talking about. I got to get that one in my memory. Okay. Yep.
Also, I think this is the Lord's first book, 3, 6, and 8, or page 250. He says there is no law of selection. We just read. I think this is the book of Thor. There is no such thing as evolution. The evolution of races of men out of the lowest darkness comes from the Great Spirit. Neither have I given progress to a stone, nor a tree, nor to an animal.
Wow. Hey Calvin, add me to that version of Owaspy you got.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, when you get
all right, bro. I'm gonna catch you. I appreciate it, cuz. I'm definitely gonna put that in too.
All right, then I got you, bro. Man, be safe out there.
All right, man. Peace, y'all. I'll come to y'all, man.
Nice to meet you, man. Yeah. All right, I'm about to sign off too, man. I'm about to go have lunch with my coworkers, man. Y'all love and light to you brothers, man. And thanks for having me on here to have a conversation with you, man.
Love and light, brother.
I'll share the doc with. I'll share that Owaspy too.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'll see you back in the chat, man. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, congratulations once again, big homie. Congratulations, bro. Go ahead and enjoy, relax. Shit, we tap in the back chat or something. Bless up.